Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Simo's story. I have just woken up from a nap, so please excuse the disoriented DM that will be for the first probably half hour of this opening sequence of Simo's story. We obviously cannot continue our session without a little bit of a recap. And I'll take the opportunity to recap as my adventurers probably need a little bit of time to get refreshed on where they are, what they're doing, what is going on. Our adventurers followed the trail of various wagons filled with potential jewelry, spoons, silverware, goldware, whatever the case may be, all the way back to this encampment where there are tons and tons of tents of cultists and kobolds and various creatures that they have seen before, for the most part, back in Greenest. What they find is a depressed area surrounded by tall cliffs, and the shape kind of looks like a horseshoe. The entrance to the camp starts with these ramps that head up into the cliffs, and then the cliffs surround the encampment and oversee the camp by about 150 feet. There is a tower at the beginning of the camp. There's a tower at the end of the camp, manned by various individuals watching over the camp's defenses, if you will. As the encampment, as you get deeper and deeper into the encampment, the tents and the little living quarters that have been set up get a little bit more and more well crafted, well orchestrated, well kept, well organized, until it gets to probably the biggest tent, where there are lots of guards surrounding the biggest tent that exists within this encampment. Our adventurers currently have decided to situate themselves upon a cliff and look down into the encampment as they decide what they would like to do. And before we left off last week, we had been left with the image of Leosin attached to an X, and as he hangs from this X, he's like kind of put on a cross, but it's not a cross because it's an X, but he's hanging from it. And that is the last thing that we saw before we ended last week's session. So, gentlemen of the jury, you oversee this encampment. Let's get a little ambiance.
Before we go, can you put your mouse where we are currently located? Right up to wait on the mini map or the mini map?
No, forget that.
Oh, the view.
Yeah.
Where it says view.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And just a refresher. Sorry, it's like midday, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Can you put your mouse where Leosin is?
That's a 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Perfecto.
I'm gonna look around to see if I can spot either Langy or Fulon.
Make a perception check for me.
Literally trash. It is just a 6.
Okay. You look down into the village, knowing what your brother looks like, seeing Fulon and Greenest. You are not able to make them out amongst the crowds of huts and people that are in the encampment.
And alongside that, sorry, I also just normally see cultists and kobolds. I said very much. Oh, you said humans too. I think it was last time.
Yeah.
Just to reiterate that.
Yeah.
cultists, kobolds, humans, and then there was this dog thing that he sent us.
Oh, it was like some dragon dog thing.
Yeah, I'll resend a picture of it just so that people can, you know, kind of get a little bit sauced up. This is what you see. It surrounds. A couple of them surround the biggest tent in the.
And just to be clear, does this look like structurally, size wise, similar to the one that we had killed earlier, just a different color?
It's bigger.
It's bigger, like significantly?
Not significantly. It just looks more filled out, more rounded out. You know, like it seems like it has more muscle on it than the other.
Probably a male, and the other one was a female.
And do they look like they're there as like someone's kind of pet is just chilling, or do they look like they're guarding?
What? That's how it works.
Make make an investigation check as you kind of look down, trying to piece together.
Okay, straight roll. It's 12.
From what you could tell, they're not really moving, so they could be on watch of some kind.
Are they like standing upright, or are they kind of lying down?
Standing upright.
Okay, so they're probably on guard.
Yeah, they're not like lazy. They're kind of like they're on alert.
So
it looks like attentive.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so then I'll quickly say those dragon dogs look like they're guarding the main tents, but I don't see my brother or Frulam, the human with him anywhere. They could be inside, or maybe not even here at all.
Well,
what about inside the cave?
Well, yeah, wasn't there multiple caves too?
Yeah, so all along the ridge, all along the cliffside, you guys can see this, like when you look across towards the other tower, you see below there's lots of little like pockets, little cliffs. Some you could see the end in, some of them you can't see the end in, but they're very small. They're not very large. It's almost as if like the cliff just kind of like eroded away at the bottom to create like a little pocket. It's not like man-made. A lot of these little caves are just naturally formed. But where you see the number 4 on the map, you see a large cavern that is a little bit more carved away, chipped away. There's columns that kind of support some sort of wide berth in towards this cavern. It stands out amongst most of the caverns that are at the bottom of the cliffside. And you see, you know, figures heading in and out of the cavern.
Well, I'm going to point out, because these guys have likely never seen Leosin, I'm going to point them out, and I'm going to say, well, that's Leosin, and he seems to be a center point of their interest down there.
Remind me why we care about this guy again.
Well, he hired us, and he's a very, very good guy. In fact, he's hired me and Saf tons of times, and he always pays, and he always seems to be doing something for the better of the world as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, we heard it from Nassim, I think it was, in that Leosin is, I mean, kind of taking matters into his own hands, trying to infiltrate what's going on here. So he's basically got the same mission that we do, and just seems a step ahead. Obviously, you know, he's a little tied up right now, which brings me to a thought. Do they know that we're following them and he's put on display? Or is he being tortured for information? And maybe, as much as I don't want to watch him get tortured, we hang out here for a little bit and see who comes out to greet Leosin.
Does he look like he's beat up?
Make a perception check. You are quite far. You guys are observing this from
17.
I'm gonna let him borrow my hand binoculars as well. Does he get advantage?
Get a little advantage. Yeah. You
That is a nat 20.
Oh. So you kind of yeah, you grab the tail and you're just looking through the tail on one end
It's
and
like
you're
a
looking
spyglass.
through you look down towards Leosin and you just see him hanging there, almost lifeless. It's difficult to gauge, even with the high perception that you rolled, whether or not he's alive. I mean, you just walked up to the cliffside and just saw him. But what you do see is below him this little puddle has formed, and it's kind of a little red, a little water, like there's like some water and there's some red, and there's just a little puddle that sits below him. And you could see that there's lines that go through his shirt, like his shirt's kind of open.
Well, I think they're using him as a whipping post here. And based on what we know, he's been infiltrating the cult, so they probably have just outed him. And now they're treating him like a spy. I'm sure they're trying to figure out why he's doing it, which, if I'm being honest, I don't know why he's doing it.
Are we supposed to just risk our lives to save this guy that I know hardly anything about?
Well, we've been risking our lives to deal with your matters.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to.
I think it's. I mean, I just feel it's of everybody's best interest. We're on the same team. Unfortunately, one of our team members is just a little caught up. He's obviously got the same idea that he wants to take down the Cult of the Dragon as well.
Yeah, he definitely does.
What are we supposed to do?
Well, that's the problem. What can we do?
How could we even get down here outside of the front entrance?
How high are the cliffs?
About 150 feet. Now, this elevated platform, it's maybe closer to about like 110 feet. It's just because the where you see this little dotted line, the depressed encampment elevates a little bit, kind of goes up.
What about if we were to go to that tower? Because it looks a little depressed, if you will.
I would say that that's maybe like 30 feet down from that top part. Maybe 20 feet down from that top part. Like, it's not that much more depressed.
I've seen turtles jump that distance. We should be all right.
I have 25 feet of rope, so if we need,
I have 50.
yeah, I'll put that in the pot to make sure. What else do we have on our persons that could help us in situations like this?
I will just kind of open my bag up and show what I've got. So I've got 5 candles, 5 darts, 6 daggers, my 2 swords. I've got a disguise kit. I've got a cult mask, a dragon cult mask, and a bedroll. Oh, and costume clothes.
Okay. Long con. Leosin, bless your heart. Bless your heart, my brother. Long con here. What if you were to use that disguise kit to mask yourself as one of the guards in the tower? Kurnosh, you also disguise yourself. You go through a rotation of watch. Once you get out of watch, right? We trick those guards that you're going to be taking over. Once somebody relieves you, that puts you guys inside the camp. On kind of unsuspiciously, because 2 people just randomly walking in the front, they're gonna be like, what the hell were you guys doing? So we do this guard tower rotation thing, and that gives you time to infiltrate. Now the cons, obviously, You two might get dead, and me and Boris will just be up here hanging out.
Sorry, which tower are you referring to?
The far one.
This one?
You say
Yeah,
level 1 or level 3?
Level
3.
I guess level 3. Yeah, level 3.
Yeah, that wouldn't put you in the camp.
No.
He's
No,
saying
so-
when the rotation happens, then you go into the camp.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
so they disguise themselves. They go relieve the guards that are in that tower. And then when they get relieved by whoever else is next up, then that puts them inside. However the guards get there, that puts them inside. But that obviously that does leave the problem of dealing with the 2 guards that are actually supposed to relieve the guards, or else there's going to be a handful of people saying, "What the hell are you guys doing here?" That's one idea. I'm obviously not in love with it.
Well, the issue with that is we don't know how long the rotations take. I can only disguise myself. It's a spell, don't forget. It's not a kit, for maybe 2 hours max. So that doesn't. If we don't rotate into the camp within 2 hours, it goes away.
True.
So we're on a bit of a time limit there.
Well, we'll just act when they're rotating. We don't have to keep you disguised while we're just staking it out.
Would everybody be comfortable waiting to see how long in between rotations? 'Cause
Yeah.
if they're just doing maybe 1 hour at a time, that obviously gives us a larger of a window for you to be able to use your spell, Kurnosh. But
We should check patrols too while we wait as well.
Yeah, well, I think we should just take in as much info as we can. Like, this camp seems to be established. I don't think they're going to be moving anytime soon. I doubt that they would pack up and then be walking through the middle of the night. Like, this seems to be set up here for a reason.
do we, DM,
Pretty big camp.
do we see the what is it? The carriage? Is that what we were calling it? The carriage?
Yeah.
Anywhere, or like tracks of it leading anywhere?
So from this position, you actually are able to see a little bit more into the camp, obviously. And you see that around the number 4, there are some empty carriages that sit outside the number 4 cavern, the big cave. And some of the carriages are empty, and some are still filled with stuff.
Okay.
And you could see little figures walking up to it, and then walking into with like whatever they pick up, walking into the cavern.
I think we should at least patrol the perimeter of this crevice to get more information as well.
You're saying you want to walk around?
Yeah. Get closer to Leosin, get closer to the hole, the cave, the tower, while we observe any patrols or any guards or any new people that we can't see from here.
Okay. How? Okay.
We just go along the south side, I think.
Are we able? So I'm really battling of whether or not I'm supposed to be asking in character, asking out of character. I'm gonna ask in character. You don't think that guard tower across the way will see us? I guess you're wanting to patrol around just to see what's around, not necessarily be standing over the edge to see deeper inside. Because my biggest fear is, if we're standing on the edge as we're walking around this thing, we're gonna be silhouetting ourselves. We're just gonna be standing out. Anybody looking up will be able to see us.
Maybe not like, walking on the edge, but patrol around and do what we're doing now and kind of just peer over. Not silhouette ourselves.
Are there
Okay.
trees up here and stuff? Like enough trees?
There are some trees. Majority of the brush is kind of like on both of these sides, and then it kind of along the back wall of this encampment on the top, there's a lot less brush. It's a little bit more flat ground without any vegetation.
So we do risk getting seen by that tower if we keep going across. Once the trees run out, essentially, yeah, they might see us, and if they do, everything falls apart.
Where could we get to by staying in the tree line?
Probably just directly south of where Leosin is, about there.
Yeah, I guys, I say we at least move around as far as we can stay within cover. Like we can get a lot closer to Leosin. There's more tents over here.
Yeah.
We can at least get a little bit closer to the action and see while staying covered.
Okay. Can we also try and pay attention while we're doing this to the guards in that tower? See if in this time they're coming or going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we want to take it all in.
We'll take it all in.
And then I guess I'll ask out of character to Simo. Is there any indicator as to whether or not, like, because if everybody's dressed the same, like, could we tell if there were two different people inside the tower the next time that we looked at the tower?
That'd be tough. It'd probably be based around a perception check.
Okay, well then
Especially since you're so much farther. Like, you need to also understand, like, look at the bottom of this map. You'll
Yeah.
see a metric that says 100 feet, 200
Right.
feet, 300 feet. That's a lot of distance.
Okay, well then from where we are now, before we move, can I?
That's
Can
not going
I-
to give you an accurate one, but
We're like 600 feet away from the tower.
yeah. So every okay, let's just call it 10 feet. I think it's like, or 9 feet. Yeah, so 40 divided by 9. It's a couple 100 feet.
500 feet.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's,
We're so nerdy.
Can I roll perception to just try and get like any sort of features for the two that are in there right now?
sure, lock and load. There's not two. I think there's about
Or
4.
however-
Yeah.
I'll shade his eyes if it'll help.
Yeah, I give him a little advantage. Dirty
Okay,
rolls,
but
dirty
if
rolls.
Yawn. Ooh, 20. You know what? I rolled a 19 and a 14, guys. If I have disadvantage, I'm fucking rolling it no matter what, baby. It's a 24 perception.
24.
Jeez Louise, the cat can see.
I will say, given the distance, even with your roll, it's very difficult to gauge any particular features.
Okay.
What you can tell is that they've got the same regalia that you've seen before. You know, the masks and the whole business. They're not really robed up in particular. They're more kind of like dressed like militia instead of like, you know, I pray to the skies in a robe. Like, they look like they're a little bit more equipped for like battle.
Okay.
But you can't be like, oh, that one's tall, that one's, you know, this, or that one's got freckles. Like, you can't really tell any
Right.
super distinct features because they're all relatively dressed the same.
Okay. All right. Well, then, just whenever I'll roll again, I guess, in the future to see if I can tell any differences or whatever. But yeah, okay. Like, I'm cool to get closer if we can.
And we'll
least
keep an eye
stand
on the
a little
tower to see what if we see any changeover. I'd also like to, like, as we're moving, I'd also like to keep an eye down on the camp below, like to basically everyone moving around, just to see if they particularly interact in any way. Like, if they're just casual, like if I see like two people walk past each other without acknowledging each other, or if there's some sort of like strange thing they do, like, I'm just gonna keep an eye on how they interact with each other casually.
Yeah, make a perception check for me, and I'd like to get a group stealth roll. I'm imagining, I don't want to force it on you, but it sounds like you might be stealthy as you.
Yeah.
Where are we going right now on the map? Where are you guys planning to go?
Just south, like as far
Right
as
here,
the
right?
tree line will take us down here.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Is that your stealth check, Frank? 3?
No, that's perception.
Oh, where's
Stealth
your
is 17.
Okay.
My stealth was.
Wow, you got
16.
carried so hard, dude. You got carried hard, homie.
Boris.
You and Boris got carried hard.
No, I got a 17 on my stealth.
Wait, what?
3 on perception.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you guys skirt along the tree line. Skirt. Essentially getting a little bit closer to Leosin in theory. As close to Leosin as you can get, but you are about, 110, 120 feet up off of him. So it is gonna, you can't just like, oh, let's jump down, But you are the closest that you can be from this cliffside. In regards to paying attention to the camp, Cronin, looking down, still see the prisoners working hard in section 1. Down here, you see people coming in and out of tents. You see hunters carrying meat into various areas of the tents, dropping the meat off and then returning back to this level 1 area, this heading into these little huts, dropping off some food and then heading back into the opposite direction. But outside of that, you can't really make out anything else. Just see kind of movement of various groups of people.
Okay.
So I know that we've been putting a lot of thought into this, and we are, actually, I'm lost. Okay, I'm lost. What the fuck not only what the hell are we doing, but what the fuck are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Wait, listen. Okay, I've come up with this idea that we're gonna go take out these guards and we're gonna fucking infiltrate and we're gonna do all that stuff while me and Boris are up here playing with my tail. And then what? You guys are gonna go down there and infiltrate, and then me and Boris are gonna come flying through. We're gonna superhero land in there. We're gonna kill Lang Dragosa, and then we're just gonna leave with Leosin on our backs. What are we even doing? What are we doing here? What's the plan?
I think the plan will come to us as we watch every
Well, that's fucking copium.
every group has some sort of weakness. We'll find a chink in the armor for sure.
Oh boy. Well, this would be easier during the night, so are we waiting until nighttime, I guess, before we actually do anything? Maybe take a rest, I guess. Maybe we'll take turns keeping watch. Notice anything unusual happening worth noting? Or, I don't know. I mean, what's the plan with that?
Since we're here now, is there anything about this scene down here? The big tent, can we see in the big tent? Can we see a little bit in the cave? Has anything changed over here?
Make a investigation check.
I want to help him with that. I want to look for it too.
Help me out.
So, do you want to both roll, or should I, or
That's
we'll both roll?
player's discretion.
Are you an investigator by any chance?
You're
both
an
roll.
investigator.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't have both
The
rolled.
-1 on his roll
Constable
says
Boris
that
on the
was-
job.
Yeah. My eyes don't work so good.
5.
Huge.
Wow.
See everything. He's right there.
Pretty much the same shebang. Guards outside the tent, guards outside the cave, figures picking things up off of the carts, putting them into the cave.
Gotcha.
Same.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed.
Okay.
From your role.
Okay.
I'm gonna take another look.
What do you mean take another look? You can't. You've already looked. You've already looked at Boris.
Until it's 20.
You've already looked. You've already looked.
If someone else take a look.
I can't see shit.
I think we should give it some time. We should maybe sit here for an hour or two and keep investigating.
I'm gonna look again in an hour.
No.
DM, I'd like to roll the same check in an hour, please. Thank you.
Every minute.
Is that not allowed?
Every minute. I'd like to roll again until I get a 20. The law of averages are on my side.
We're scouting.
It'll happen eventually.
Eventually,
It's a
I'll
little
see
better.
him.
It's a little better than doing it every minute.
Oh shit.
No, I agree. I think we should camp out here for a little bit. We've got cover. They don't see us. And we can take in the guard rotation, like Saf was talking about. B, we can keep an eye on what they do with Leosin. C, we can keep an eye on the kind of general movements of the camp and see if there's any weaknesses we can exploit.
So if we're gonna be doing that, does anyone need to rest? Anyone feeling a little hurt, a little tired? I wouldn't mind honestly getting a bit of a rest. We can take turns, keeping an eye out, and then either way, I think we're waiting until nighttime to, I guess, potentially strike or whatever we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are anywhere between 4 to 6 hours till sundown, so a long rest wouldn't be. You could
No, not long rest.
yeah,
no.
you could certainly make an attempt if that's what you decide, but a short rest seems like what you guys are aiming for.
Well, I'm gonna say, fuck, man.
Yep.
I'm really trying not to come out at this in video game mode. Like I'm like investigator, fucking like I'm just playing a video game here.
Listen. You guys, whatever it is that you want to try to find out, just say it. Don't think don't think too hard about it.
I'm gonna say, we aren't specifically waiting for. I mean, we want to wait till they go to sleep, right? Not necessarily just nighttime.
Potentially. Unless we see an opening before then.
I just think in the cover of darkness we have a better chance than right now.
I agree, and I also think in the cover of snoring dipshits and only the guards to worry about, that would be whatever our move is. That would be the time to make our move. So with that in mind, DM, would we then, if we're not just waiting for nightfall, we're waiting until the wee hours of the night, very early morning, while everybody's sleeping, would we have time for a long rest?
Well, you can't answer that. I doubt it.
Yeah, well, based on the duration that you laid out, it's like 4 o'clock right now. If a long, or like let's call it 5 o'clock right now, 5 p.m. If you do a long rest, what's that? You end up at like 3 in the morning.
1 a.m.
Isn't it 8 hours or something?
8 hours.
Yeah, so you end up at like 3 in the morning.
No, it'd
1
be
a.m.
1 a.m. 1 a.m.
If it's
1.
Sorry, yeah, 1. Yeah, you're right. Math is hard. I mean, as a DM, yeah, I can say you can you could certainly make an attempt to do that. We'll see what happens when you make that attempt.
All right, guys, it sounds like
I converse the
powers at play do not want us to long rest. So let's go.
I spoke with God, and he said long rest not a good idea, guys. Not a good idea.
No,
It's not necessarily true.
If I think it would be beneficial to wait for them, the people here, to fall asleep. Then we're only really having to worry about the people that are up and pissing and the guards. That would give us some time, should we need, to take a bit longer of a rest than we did previously. Because I know that we're all a little bit banged up. I know that we're firing off our well, I don't know how to not metagame this or by saying spell slots, but you know, I know that we've been on the road a bit, and we've only had a minor amount of time to kind of sit down and rest. So I think that if somebody did need to crash out, I'm okay to take watch for however long we need. If not, I'm good to go whenever. But I think we have a lot of time.
Well,
So
yeah.
good to take watch for the entire duration too.
Well, we will take turns, but 2 things. First of all, if we do that, I have to go first because nighttime I can't see shit.
That is true.
Second of all, theoretically, let's say on the 3rd watch, something happens. You know, some event happens down there. Then what? How do we get down there?
Well, I don't think we're
Yeah.
I don't think we're rushing in no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Well, either way, how do we get down there? Like, do we have to just go back all the way around? Regardless.
Yeah, maybe we should iron out our plan.
Oh no.
What have you been doing for the first 20
We're
minutes of
doing
this
it. We're doing it.
episode,
No.
bro?
So,
We
How
are
much-
not.
How much rope
Alright.
do we have? I have 50 feet of rope. Technically, we can
I have
combine the rope,
50.
attach it to a
Yes.
tree, climb
I
down
have 25.
if necessary. But that will use literally all our fucking rope.
And then we have to climb up 100 feet, which is a lot harder than climbing down.
Well,
We're
maybe we can
finally
walk
out
out the front
front.
entrance. Who knows what'll happen at that point? Maybe, you know, who knows, honestly. But yeah. Either way, that's all our rope. So we'll
I
have
say
to
we
get more,
We stick with this plan.
which is
To rest, scout it out. Like, I don't need to sleep. And you can't take turns if you need a full long rest. So you need
Yes, you can.
a full. Can you?
yeah, you
yeah,
can.
you can. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah.
couldn't do anything. You had to be like sitting. Oh, 2 hours you're allowed to.
Yes, 2 hours.
Yeah. Never mind.
So, I have
don't
a
need to
question,
sleep, so
Stimo.
Yes.
Can
Finally.
you see my mouse? Can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
Okay, so this, correct me if I'm wrong, this drop off right here is 30 feet, right?
Between 20 to 30 feet.
Okay. Can't help but notice this little continuation. Is this a ramp downwards? Like,
No.
can they just walk up here? Like,
No.
how do they get to the tower?
There's a. Oh, Boris was the only one that noticed that there's a ladder behind the tower.
yeah,
Here?
there's a ladder
Yeah.
right here. Yeah,
But this whole thing is a sheer cliff drop off?
Yep.
they walk around. Yeah,
Okay. It just looks, it just looks. But okay. All right. Yeah. Well,
Well, let's not waste time. Let's just get this started. Let's take turns.
Yeah. yeah. All right.
So I'll do first watch because again, nighttime I can't see shit.
Yeah, good idea.
Boris doesn't need to sleep, so he'll probably keep watch with everyone else. And we'll take turns resting for now.
Well, in that case, what are we watching for? Guard rotation,
Anything, literally anything. Yeah.
Leosin. Are there any other specifics that we should be paying attention to while we're on watch?
If we can find
coming our way.
Ulam,
if you're up here.
Langdrosa, patrols, literally any event that happens, anything to do with Leosin, anything like that at all, and maybe a patrol to the top tower.
Just information.
Combination of those, yeah.
Will be good.
All right, let's go. You guys gonna rest?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to tuck myself into the woods a little bit. I'm going to try to just pull Saf aside for a second. And I'm just going to
up?
mention to him kind of under my breath, like, when you're on watch, just take note if there's any children down there that you see. So far, I haven't seen anything. Just if you see any kids, take note. Take all the details, where they are, what tent, who's with them. Okay.
Yeah. Is there any specific reason why?
Just if you can do that for me,
I got
appreciate
you.
it.
As they walk away, I want to go to Boris and be like, as we're watching them, let me know if you find any children. I couldn't resist. Okay, so both of you are sleeping, right?
I'm gonna start resting. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll rest. I don't really need to, but I'll do it just for the sake of doing it.
Sorry, so
me and Boris will keep watch.
who's on watch? Okay, so the two of you
Me
guys
and
are on
Boris.
watch. Okay.
We'll keep watch for 2 hours and then, 2 hours and then.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
stay up the whole time.
You're not resting?
Nope.
Oh, interesting. Whoa, you can't just roll long rest like that.
Yeah, you don't know if you're getting it yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we might not get it.
Yeah, Mr. Safi boy.
Hmm.
You can't.
Oh, okay.
No.
The long rest has to be confirmed.
We
Honestly,
tried that before.
I will say I'm level 9. I still make that mistake sometimes. I'm just like, oh, long rest, boop. We haven't even,
yeah.
you know.
I want the spell slots back.
I only got a hit die back. That's really all I got. So
Yeah, we'll just
nullify that.
just nullify that. You know. Were you full HP already?
I was already full HP. Yeah.
Okay.
From our short rest.
So, yeah, so it wasn't that, it was good. Okay. All right, so I'd like Boris and Dima to roll. Either one of you roll just a raw
Who's
d20.
Dima?
Oh, sorry, Boris or Karnash. Roll,
My-
roll a
my
d3.
emerging.
Yeah, roll a d20 for me. Roll a d20 for me.
We got our second investigation check. Let's
So,
go.
so raw d20. Shut the fuck up about your investigation. I'd like to investigate again for this 2-hour period. I'd like to make 30-minute interval investigations.
Just a raw, you said, right? 14.
14.
14.
Okay.
You want me to do it too? You're just
No,
one of those?
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
So, you guys, for the 2-hour period, you look down into the encampment from your station, little cliffside. Before I let this continue on, you guys have like your bedrolls rolled out. Like, how are you making
Oh,
an
God.
attempt
Why does
at
that
this?
matter? Oh, no.
It does. It does.
Tucked into the tree line, next to a
Not good.
tree.
That's not good.
Ideally,
Okay.
like I would have taken into consideration, like I just want to be wedged up against it, not way out in the open, but bedroll out.
Okay. All right. 2 hours pass by. This group of Boris and Kurnosh looking down into the encampment. And so far
Uneventful.
seems pretty. Well, don't put words in my mouth. Whoa. I'm not going to use the word uneventful. Now it's
My bad.
poisoned. It's poisoned. You poisoned the word. You poisoned the
My bad.
word.
Sure.
My immersion as a DM now. Yeah, you don't really notice much. If there's anything specific that you're looking for, you can request that information, but other than that,
Well, the main things we're looking for are any signs of my brother or Frulam anywhere, literally. Anything to do with Leosin in terms of like anyone going up to him, doing something to him, and just like any patrols or any events at all, really.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Nothing.
that's what you see.
We see
Alright.
someone taking a shit.
Yeah, a little kobold trying to squeeze one out.
The guy needs some fiber.
They don't really eat fiber.
Well,
2 hours pass by, and do you guys wake up the two sleepyheads?
Well, I'll wake up one of them as I switch. So I'll probably wake up Cronin.
Sure. So it's about 7.
Sure.
So yeah, we
we'll
didn't
call it
see
7.
anything. I saw a kobold having issues taking a shit. That's about it, really, though. So see if you get any better luck.
Okay.
Then I'll lie down. I'll pull out my own bed sheet.
Okay. So you get nice and cozy. Boris and Cronin, you guys are on watch together, looking down into the encampment. One of you roll a dirty 20 with no modifiers.
9.
Hmm.
I was gonna let me.
Anything you want to chat about?
Well, I'm going to take this opportunity, like 2 hours, to start fashioning my costume clothes. So it's described as a complete costume usually used by performers and artists in all manner of entertainment halls, or for those that simply refuse to get out of character. I'm going to start trying to just get rid of any type of like bright colors on it and start fashioning it as closely to a whatever type of clothes they're wearing down there.
How long do you intend to stay up for?
2 hours.
Okay, so I'll say that for a part of your first hour, let's call it 15-30 minutes, as you attempt to do this, you can't actively watch because you're going to be focused on doing whatever it is that you're doing.
Oh, I see. So it would take my. You know what? I'm okay with just interspersing it and just doing it for an hour, like not putting a whole ton of, like my main goal is to keep watch, but I would like to do this interchangeably.
Okay. Okay, so you and Boris just hanging out. Good old gang.
Yeah. And I will tell Boris too. I'll say, you know, I don't know exactly how my magic works. I don't know why certain things happen the way they do. But I do know that I've been getting stronger. And I can tell you that if the time calls for it, I can make you a lot bigger and a lot heavier. And I can make you a bit stronger. And you are my first choice for that. I can feel it in my drum. I've got the ability to do it, and I could see you doing a lot of damage. So feel free to call for it if you think the time arises, because I've seen you wield that axe, and if you're twice as tall wielding it, I could only imagine the damage you're doing.
Well, if that time comes, I'm sure you'll know. Does it make my axe bigger?
I think it makes all of you bigger. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know exactly how all this works, but
I would need to see the spell. I can't answer that right now.
Well, I know.
I was just asking.
I know the answer to the question. I'm just answering in character. So I'll say, yeah, I don't know exactly how it works, but I would imagine so. I can't imagine that you'd get twice as big with a dinky little axe. Not like you'd be bursting out of your clothes.
Well, hopefully it won't come to that, because I don't see us making it out alive if we have to fight.
Well, maybe not here, but
if anyone gets alerted, yeah.
Even in the future, if we do both make it out of here alive. Just out of curiosity, though, how much do you weigh, big guy?
Oh boy,
How much do you bench? What's your bench?
I don't even know if I have I'm 6 foot, half orc. Let's say I'm like, what? I'm pretty muscular. 220, 230. Does that sound about right, Simo?
I'm not Boris.
Sure. I just meant, like, you know, you've done some weight. You know, you just know about fitness. So
Frank doesn't. Is that what you're implying?
no, I'm just saying if that sounds like about right. So
are you saying that nobody in this call has done fitness before? Is that what you're saying? Is just me, bro?
Okay, you look about 230.
230. We'll say 230. I'm gonna write that down in my notes.
Well, you can put it on your character too.
I did. 230 pounds. There you go.
Okay.
Pure muscle. All right.
And then the last thing I'll do is just ask him what kind of weaponry are you carrying there, buddy?
It's a two-handed great axe.
Yeah, I mean, like, I saw that in use. So do you got anything else on you?
Oh. I've some javelins, and I took the shield, but haven't used it yet.
Okay. Well, just in case you ever need to do, some fine cutting work, I'll just hand him a dagger. Just kind of flip it out, grab it on the blade end, and hand him the handle.
Okay.
And I'll just. How big is it? It's pretty small, like 6 inches.
Yeah.
Oh, 6 inches is
Yeah. Sorry,
huge.
6 inches is huge, actually.
Listen, guys, sizes and everything, right? It's about how you use it, okay?
So I'll just kind of grab it, and I'll just look at it kind of curiously, like, what is this gonna do? But then I'll put it in my my backpack or on. Yeah.
Backpack.
And then I'll carry on with the doing the costume thing and keeping an eye out. I mean, you know what I'm looking for. I'm looking at Leosin. I'm looking for. I'm not going to say anything to Boris, but I'm going to keep an eye out for kids, and I will generally keep an eye on the camp.
I'll say about an hour in. You notice a figure exit tent, big tent, and that individual is Fruit Loops,
I don't know who this is, right?
or whoever whatever Saf calls.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you guys may have all seen this individual at Greenest.
Okay.
So it's not like you wouldn't know who this person is.
Boris should know who it is, I think.
Yeah, I think you guys know who this person is. And if you
Okay.
don't know what they look like, Boris definitely does.
Yeah.
So see Frulam exit the tent.
The big one, I'm
So
assuming?
the big one, yes. So far it's just Cronin and Boris that see this. The rest of the other, you guys are
Yeah.
you guys are asleep. With Frulam exiting, a weapon fashioned in her hand that drapes down. Some of the guards join Frulam as she exits the tent and leaves the tent. She starts heading over towards Leosin. And as she approaches, she walks up to Leosin and with her other hand just kind of starts like slapping him awake.
Hmm.
And you see he comes to. And they start exchanging some words that you can't quite make out. And then you see Leosin just spits out some blood in her direction. And she turns back to one of the guards. The guard kind of hands her like a napkin and she cleans part of her regalia off. She takes a couple steps back and with what's in her hand kind of dangles it and does a quick 180 and whoosh, right across the center of his chest. She yells something at him. I'd like you guys to roll a perception check.
19.
Ooh.
Not
Man.
bad.
So you hear, "Who sent you?" Another lash across the chest.
Kinky.
And he just is hanging there off the cross, unresponsive, head dangling, kind of spinning around. Another one. And then she motions to a guard. Comes back a couple moments later with a bucket of water and just splashes him. And another. This goes on for about like 10-15 minutes.
Jeez.
I'm going to tell Boris while this is happening, like, and he'll see I'm all tense and clenched up. And I'm just going to say, you know, as much as I'd like to go down there and do something about this, and I'm sure there's a part of you that does too, whether or not you know him, I know that he doesn't want us to go down there right now. Let's just see this out.
I agree. I mean, I'm all for saving people, but trying not to get myself killed or others in the process.
And I'll just stone cold, just watch whatever happens next.
Yeah, it just goes on for, like I said, 15 to 20 minutes. You're able to make out some of the questions, but they're a pretty consistent line of thinking. You know, like, who sent you? Why are you here? What are you doing here? Where are you from? Why did you infiltrate our group? Just the same. And then at the end of the entirety of it all, I'd like you to roll another perception check as you can start to see like a small group kind of form, like of various people from the tents. It kind of like an audience almost, if you will, starts to form around this cross. And Boris, you're able to make out we will make an example out of all of them. The Dragon Queen forgives no one. And this fool is no exception. Let this be a lesson to all those that double cross the Queen. And you kind of see like some people kind of nod, some people kind of cheer. It's at this also that you'll kind of make out that, yeah, there's people in cultists' clothing, yeah, there's kobolds that you've seen before, but you also notice just like regular humans, just kind of dressed in commoners' clothing. Some have got like leather armor, some have got like they don't look like they are affiliated with, at least from what you can tell, right? Not wearing a mask, not wearing any sort of robes or anything. They're just look like average people. And there's like handfuls of them. Those are the ones that don't really react. And obviously the kobolds and the cultists are the ones that are a bit more engaged with this display that Frulam is putting together. And you'll hear her kind of speech conclude with, "Praise Tiamat's glory." And the crowd responds. She kind of cleans up the weapon at her side. She motions to her guards, and they head back to the big tent. As Leosin is seen, blood dripping from the center, lifeless body hanging. And he's just...
Oh, so not totally lifeless.
Sorry, yeah, bad adjective. Bad adjective to use there. But he's just like, you know?
Okay.
He's hanging on by a thread.
I'm gonna just pull Boris back from the edge, so we're like just in case anyone were to look up. I'm just gonna pull him back over the edge a little bit, and I'm just gonna kind of square up his shoulders and like look at him right in the face. I'm gonna say, Boris, you've never met him before. Did you hear him give an inch?
I didn't hear anything he was saying, but it seemed like he wasn't giving up.
He spit in her face. And he didn't give an inch. That is our ally. And the best of our ability, we're going to walk out of here with him.
I agree.
I'd like to give him an inch.
we
Just an inch.
we want somebody like that with us. Trust me. And we're going to make that happen if we can. I know it looks impossible, but I've seen you literally decapitate everything in front of you. And we've got a few tricks up our sleeves. Saf is a wily dude. And Kurnosh can barbecue an entire fleet of people with his mouth. We might be ragtag, but we, I think, can accomplish great things. So let's do that.
I agree. I mean, we're gonna attempt the impossible.
I give it about a 33.33% chance of success.
It's a lot better than we usually do.
And then I'm gonna run off the cliff. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Assassin's Creed style, like you can hear like that whistle. Yeah.
I just want to confirm because it seemed like there were some other just normal looking people. No kids. Okay. I will continue the watching and whatever for the remainder of my watch and
Okay.
doing
It's
the
starting to get
dress
dark
up.
now too, right?
Yeah, I'd say it's like closer to 9 now. It's gonna be when Cronin's watch ends, 9 p.m. Yeah, you guys get through that watch. No problem. Your little stakeout. What happens next?
I'll go wake up Saf.
Okay.
And I'll tell Boris, like I'll just tell Boris I'll go get him and I'll try to go by myself. And I'll wake up Saf with a little, you know, cats love that part of the cheek getting rubbed. I'll rub it with my knuckle, wake him up. And I'll just, while he's still laying down, I'll just say,
Hold on.
yeah.
Saf would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Dong.
Staff. Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking ticks you.
He's got fleas.
Alright, roll a new character, buddy.
Hey, I've got 2 ready, bro. I've got 2.
Not the bees.
So Cronin, I'll say
Yes.
you do this, but I need to go through something with Saf before you approach him.
Sure.
Oh, fuck.
Saf,
It's a tail.
you rest your eyes and you start to get comfortable into your bedroll. Your eyes close and you feel the warm breeze of the desert. You're on a carriage. And you look around and you see the rolling hills, the rolling dunes of the desert. Ahead of you, a path that you've seen many times before. The carriage is empty. It's just you. And as you ride along, you start to see the clouds in the distance get darker and darker. The horses, or should I say camels, that you're controlling in this carriage start to get more and more wily as you try to keep the control. The sand starts to get picked up, and you see the wind becomes a little bit more and more uncontrollable. As you ride along, you get deeper and deeper into the darkness of the desert. The clouds engulf the sky. A voice behind you. Saf. Turn around. Nobody there. You turn back and you look up at the sky. There's a crack of lightning. And with the flash, you see through the clouds a 5-headed figure, the shadow, like a silhouette amongst the clouds. The figure moving with every clap. The wind getting stronger. The camels starting to lose control. One camel breaks loose and starts running in the opposite direction. Your carriage barely able to handle the wind. One final clap. Saf, wake up. You hear Cronin's voice.
I'm not, I didn't ask to be here.
Hey. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna like pet his, scratch behind his ear. It's okay.
Fuck.
Hey, I gotta ask you something, buddy.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, fuck. I wish I knew. It's just nightmare. I'd feel so real. There's a beast, and I'm helpless. And it keeps calling my name, and I don't know what it is.
Did it look like Boris?
It's much uglier. It's much uglier.
Holy shit, that's ugly.
Yeah. I don't know. It like I said, it's this reoccurring nightmare, but it just feels so real. It's the reason that I'm even on this continent. I'm trying to figure out just what the hell is going on, and it keeps speaking to me. I don't know.
That sucks. That sucks.
You're telling me, man.
But look, we got a lot to do here. Okay,
Yeah.
I need you 100%.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm here for it.
You got it.
Did you by chance see any 5-headed beasts down there?
No.
Cool.
I mean, to be fair, I wasn't looking for that specific. So there could have been.
Okay.
There could have been. I wasn't looking.
I guess we'll find out.
You know how I asked you about the kid? You could have asked me to look. I would have kept my eye out.
Yeah, it's my
All right.
fault.
No, next watch, I'll. No matter where we are, I'll look for it.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Okay, now get to the ledge. Boris is waiting
Okay.
for you. Just remember what I asked. You remember? Don't tell Boris about that. Don't tell him I asked. Just also, they kicked the shit out of Leosin. He's probably gonna die soon if we don't go down there. But we gotta sleep, right?
Yeah, some of us do, I guess.
I don't make the rules of this world, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. We have the best shot if I just sleep another 2 hours, so I'm gonna go. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna.
Then I'll walk up to Boris.
I'm just gonna crawl into Saf's warm sleep sack and just.
And Saf, you're still a little shaken, still a little tense from your dream. You walk up to Boris, who's looking like Ragnar Lothbrok, just like on a fucking cliff, just hardcore staring down into the encampment.
I'd be like taking a piss.
You want to be taking a piss? Okay, you walk up and Boris is he's
Off the cliff,
he's man spreading, and
like Ragnar Lothbrok.
yeah, and you see the silhouette of a man in the moonlight, and between his legs there's this little stream that is pouring out.
I'm gonna say, hey, Boris, nice timepiece.
And I'll just, just be like, oh, and finish it off, and then turn around and be like, oh, sorry. I thought you'd take a little bit longer.
No, I'm glad I didn't miss the show.
How's it?
Yikes.
And I'll just kind of sit down and sit down on the edge and kind of look over and just ask him, how did you sleep?
Different day, same five-headed beast. I slept good. What are we looking at here? What have you noticed? You've been on watch this entire time, right? Have the guards changed in that tower?
Have they?
Not from what you can tell, no.
Yeah.
No.
We haven't really seen any movement except for what's her name? For long come out of the tent and beat up Leosin, trying to get him to talk.
Damn. Yeah, Cronin told me about that. Well, if the guards haven't changed, then our disguise and rotation wouldn't really work. I don't know if Kurnosh would have the time. Okay. And then I'm just gonna go up and kind of sit on the edge and take stock of what's going on in the town. Guard rotations, Leosin. I know it's fucking dark now, man.
Is it dark?
It's like 9
9
o'clock.
PM.
The start of this.
Would I be able to see like guards that are they haven't even rotated yet. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna pay attention to if the guards do rotate on this watch. I want to pay attention to if they go speak to somebody somewhere. Like if I can see them leave, kind of watching the entrance, walk in and see kind of who's in charge of manning the rotations, if that's possible, if they change during this watch and all that.
Okay, I'll say that's what you're going to be keeping an eye out for. One of you roll a d20 for me.
I'm gonna. Do you want to roll it?
Go ahead.
Did you roll it?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting.
Uh-oh.
An hour goes by. Still same vibes in the camp. starting to get a little bit late. Some of the tents have begun to light torches on the outside to provide a little bit of light for those that can't see. You'll notice some of the prisoners in section 1 have been escorted back to some of the nearby tents. So their kind of work for the day has been completed. Still some of the carriages being unloaded near Cavern 4. Nothing really happens for this first hour. Second hour. Is also pretty uneventful. And it'll be at this that you notice the first guard shift. You can make out, actually make a perception check. Both of you.
That's a long shift. That's against labor laws, dude.
18 for me.
Yeah, you can't make out where these guys come from. You just notice, you can see, as you're paying attention, kind of looking all around, you notice at some point some figures heading down the ladder. And a rotation happens right at the end of your watch, Saf.
Okay, and that would be 9 to like 11 ish.
What do you mean 9 to 11? Oh yeah, that'll be the yeah.
And then if possible, can I just stay up with Boris for the rest of the time? It's like, let those guys sleep.
I think you need some form of rest to complete a full long rest. Like, you didn't sleep your full 6.
And I'm okay with that.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, you're only gonna get a short rest though out of that, I think.
I out of character, I didn't need a long rest. I shouldn't have even gone to sleep in the first place. I should have just let the other two rest. Boris could have just kind of had watch, but like in character.
So for the last 2 hours, I would say then, if you're not gonna wake up either Cronin or Kernosh, I need another D20 from one of you.
You got it.
This is gonna be a shitty roll, man. I'm feeling a real shitty roll. I'm feeling there's randomly
a lot of
fucking
juice.
Patrol 7 hours into the goddamn
That's 20?
3.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby.
I can feel it, man.
No, it's on the high end. It's on the high end that stuff happens. Come on, baby.
Yeah, I don't know how any of that shit works.
I don't either, to be honest.
Yeah, it's uneventful.
Ooh, sleepy.
So the last remaining 2 hours pass by.
It's
Cronin,
dark at this point.
it is the only light you see is from the moonlight and from the torches that are lit only within vicinity of the tents themselves. They don't have like braziers or like torch sticks.
Is Leosin lit? Like, is he visible from where we are? So, like, could potentially the guard tower see him? Yeah, is he lit, bruh?
Is he party rocking down there?
Make a perception check. No, I'm just kidding. He's not lit.
Didn't pass the vibe check.
No vibe check. No vibe check.
Okay.
So there's no like torches around him or anything.
And I'm just gonna turn to Saf. But I think it's time.
Are we
I will also-
just to jump down there?
Well, I mean, you might land on all fours, but I might not land so gracefully.
Wait, time to wake everybody up.
So for right now, Cronin and Kurnosh are still sleeping, but it's the end of your watch.
I think it might. Yeah, I think it might be time to maybe enact a plan. It doesn't look like there's any guards besides the ones in the tower that are really keeping watch. Also, we noticed when me and Cronin were taking watch, there were what seemed to be like workers among the cultists and kobolds that didn't really seem like they wanted to be there. And that was just, that was just a observation. When Frulam was torturing Leosin, the cultists and the kobolds were cheering, but the other people in casual clothing were not cheering. So it might be that there's some people in here that don't, or are maybe captured or forced to work for them. I don't think everybody is on their side down there. That's what I'm trying to say.
Where were they at? Where were they staying?
I don't know exactly where they were staying. I just saw them in the crowd.
Okay.
I'll say at this, Cronin and Kurnosh, you begin to stir awake. A nice little stretch in.
Taking my long rest.
Yep.
Oh yes, sir.
Now I think,
Okay.
or when you guys come over, I'll say that actually.
Yeah, so I walk over and ask, what do you see? Anything interesting happen? Anything worth of note?
Well, the guard tower changed, but that's like a 6-hour rotation or something like that. So that plan kind of goes out the window. What do you see? And then I'm going to back away like 15 feet from Kurnosh, and I'm going to start flipping him off. Because he doesn't have dark vision, right? And I can do this.
Can I at all like perception check this somehow?
You better give this motherfucker disadvantage.
Sure.
Disadvantage or no?
Yeah. You can't see anything, bro. You
17 plus
With
18.
disadvantage?
I rolled a 17 and a nat 20.
Holy.
18.
You can what you can make out is that his hands are up, but you can't tell why.
Okay.
I'm gonna
well, in that case,
I'm gonna
I don't do
step back into range.
anything. Okay, well, in that case, I pay him no mind.
Also, Frulam is down there.
So what's the plan then? How do we get down there? What are we going to just save him and get out? Are we going to investigate further? Are we going into the mine? There's a lot of things we can do, but many things sound pretty bad.
This is my thinking. I'll explain to Kurnosh the same thing about the workers. So it doesn't seem like everybody is on their side willingly. But this is my plan, and you guys can, add on to it. But we should set up a rope for an escape, or maybe to get down there in the beginning. But I think we have to go in there stealthily. That's the whole plan, to wait until nighttime. I don't see any other way of rescuing Leosin.
The problem
There's no
is
patrols.
he's going to be dead weight carrying him up 130 feet. Like, we can strap him to your back or something, but he's not going to be supporting himself. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying the rope is like our getaway. I'm just saying that's an option. We should leave it as an option.
We could use the, well, I say we could use it sounds easy, but the carriages are down there. I'm assuming horses are somewhere. I, unfortunately, during my entire time existing on the top of this rock, did not look for horses. But I'm sure we could get something to pull that carriage if it's an option. It's not the easiest option, but it is an option. I think we still kind of come to the crossroads of what are we doing here? Leosin is, well, a priority obviously for Cronin and I, but then what? We just keep pushing past this to go find the Winter's Heart and the hatchery. Like I feel like, I mean, what's our goal here? This is now
Well-
just a rescue mission?
Rulam apparently has the Winter's Heart, according to Lenathon. So, in regards to that, it should be on Frulam's possession. But we're just a little bit outnumbered here, so I definitely think fighting here is most likely out of the question. So, if this person means so much to you, I would say our main objective, I guess, in that case, would be to get him out of here. As little combat as possible, ideally nothing. And find out what he's learned, what he knows. Maybe he has some vital information we can use, and then that can change our plan going forward. Because other than that, there's not much else we can do. I mean, think about it. What are the other options? We fight, we probably lose. We can go inside the mine and investigate, see what's there, I guess, but we risk getting caught. And then the massive tent where my brother potentially and Frulam are. I mean, we can go in there. I guess say hi. I don't know what else we can do there. So, the only
That motherfucker on fire.
we could, but they'd probably light you back on fire. There's more than one person, unfortunately. Yeah, so it seems like the only real objective is to get this friend of yours out of here first, and maybe go from there.
Well, he knows a lot about the inner workings of this group. It sounds like you do too, Kurnosh, but he's, I think, a little more up to date on their current operation.
Yeah, I thought I did, but as
Well,
of right
he's-
now, I
he's
feel like
been
it's a
with them.
completely different clan.
He's been
We
with
have-
them the whole time.
We have the advantage. It's dark. If we do alert anything, they're going to be scattered. They won't be able to see. I think we just have to go in there as... We just have to try and be as stealthy as possible. Quick in,
Yeah.
quick out.
And I mean, if your friend knows as much as you say he does, I do want to know what he knows, because again, I probably know. It feels like I know nothing about my own clan now.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's happening, why they're doing this, what's the game plan. Like, I don't know. It just feels different,
Well,
hostile.
The clan has changed leadership since we last knew it.
Yeah, it's like a different clan entirely, almost. Anyways, are we going down?
I don't mind that idea. And DM question here. This little green patch, is this...
Yep.
That's like
yep.
forestry? Okay. I say we drop into the woods down there. It seems to be a quiet spot, and we'll be able to recollect ourselves down there.
All right, how
Alright.
much rope we got?
I got 50.
I got 25.
I got 50.
That sounds a little too perfect, if I'm being honest.
Hold on, 50 plus 50 plus 30, is that what we have?
Yeah.
50, 50, 25.
Okay.
So 125,
I also have 10 foot of chain.
give or take some knots.
So you tell me how you intend to use this.
We are going to tie it, hopefully to a rock or a tree somewhere here, and then lower it into the tree line or whatever.
Ideally a tree.
Are you going to tie the rope together?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm gonna need two
Oh, no.
separate sleight of hand checks for each point of contact between the three ropes.
There's going to be 2.
Yeah, so 2 sleight of hand checks. And
Who's our best sleight of hand?
that's metagaming.
Is it?
Who's good with knots? Who's good with
Little
knots?
bit.
You gotta ask in character. Hey, who's good at tying
Okay,
notes? Hey,
That's what I meant.
yeah.
one
Boris
is
is like,
dexterous.
hey guys, who's got a
dexterous?
good sleight of hand stats?
Yeah, which one is Dex mods?
Did anyone go to Boy Scouts? Who went to Boy Scouts?
I'll just say I'm okay with knots. I'm not anything special.
I mean, I've done a couple knots myself, but yeah, nothing. I wouldn't say it's anything to brag home about.
I'm
Just
not that
okay.
good at knots.
Same. I'm
Got it.
Well,
not that guy,
me,
pal.
me and you, Cronin.
All right, buddy. Let's make sure these are good.
Are you guys doing it together?
Hell yeah. I'm
Okay,
not,
so you can
I was
get
like,
you can get advantage or both roll separately on the 2 instances of sleight of hand checks.
let's both roll separate. Let's just let it rip.
So this is for the first knot.
So 2 sleight of hand checks. Yeah. So let's do first knot.
Sure.
Crit.
Oh,
Ooh, and I got dirty 20.
Okay, so for this
I got a
this
nat
first
20.
knot, you feel it so taut. Is that the right word for it? Taut?
Taut.
yeah.
You
That's
you
That's not
feel woo! It's and I'll,
that's a
you know
knot.
what? I'll
And
let you
that's the
decide.
50-50, by the way.
Okay, yeah, we could. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to ask. Thank you,
Okay.
Saf.
What?
I really appreciate that.
What?
Which
Yeah.
ropes they were?
50.
Because you have 50, 50, and 25.
Oh,
yeah,
50-50.
yeah, 50, 50. So moving on to the next one. Let's get some rolls in, puppies.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm gonna mix it up.
Oh yeah, give it a little love.
No.
There's no way
Is
you get. No way you get
That's
two
the
20s
die
in a row.
The thing is, we both rolled really well the first one.
You crit.
No.
That one.
Okay, what would you roll before I rolled? I'm
Now
curious.
one, yo.
Dima, Kurnosh.
7.
Oh,
Yeah, we
stinky.
both used our luck on the first one.
Oh,
We both rolled
stinky.
20s essentially.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
It's
for
the
the
bottom part of the
second
rope.
one, you're like way too confident. You're like having a conversation as you're tying. You're like, yeah, dude. Like,
Yo, you see that knot, bro?
Yeah, you see that knot, bro? Yeah. And you just, you don't really pay. You don't pay as close
shit.
attention to this knot, and we'll see what happens. When the time comes.
Okay.
All right, what's
we are
next?
gonna tie. So we'll go up. So we're gonna be tying the long part of the rope to the tree. So in other words, the 25 part of the rope will be the one hanging closest to the ground.
I think that was the plan originally, anyways.
Okay.
It definitely is now.
Okay, so I will say that the closest tree that you can find is about 15 feet from the edge. It's the closest tree you can find.
But no one else had any rope, right?
I have 10 feet of chain.
I mean, pass it over, homie.
All right.
Might as well.
I'll pass it over.
Let's tie the chain to the tree. That way we're not dangling this noisy chain off the cliff.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
because,
you're
yeah.
gonna attach
over.
the chain to the 50 beginning of the 50 part.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Give me
so
another knot.
make a sleight of hand check on
Wait. How long is the chain?
10 feet.
10 feet.
10.
How big is this fucking tree in diameter?
Oh yeah. It's a sapling.
What's the girth of that tree?
What's the girth?
I'll say it's like 5
It's-
feet around. Maybe like
Okay.
something like that.
5.
Not the best looking. It's not the best chain around the tree. I'll be honest.
Okay, it's 10 feet. Fucking Lemon's fucking Mr. Metal
Wait,
Man
no,
is
that's
questioning me.
No.
5
10
feet's
feet's
good.
ridiculous.
5
feet's
feet's
insanely
okay,
big.
okay.
Five feet's great.
You
5
mean
feet's great.
diameter?
Right?
Yeah.
It's a
Gotcha.
50-foot wide tree.
I thought
Okay.
you meant like, yeah.
Let's tie it. Let's just tie it. Kurnosh,
Or wait, circumference.
my hands are getting warm. Let's.
Will it go around the whole tree properly? You're gonna need.
Well, it doesn't have to. We're gonna tie it up. Like, yeah, if it's 5 foot around, for
And-
sure. We're gonna have slack.
Okay, I'll trust you. Fuck it.
Let's
Alright.
tie this baby.
Okay, sleight of hand.
I'm going after Dima.
Okay, I'll go
Dima
first.
first.
Okay, not bad. Okay, 17.
18.
Okay, 17, 18, nice.
So, and this is just to tie the chain to the rope, right?
Yes.
Yeah, chain around the tree, rope goes through the chain.
Well, no, we're gonna do the sleight of hand for the tree right now.
Oh fuck.
Holy
That
brother.
was connecting the chain to the rope.
You know what? I'm into it. 14. No, 15. 15.
15 as well.
Okay, so you guys managed
What do you
to.
think?
Seems good to you. Making sure it's taut. You're pulling on it, making sure it's connected. From what you can tell, you're like, okay, this seems like this could work.
You know, just to be extra safe, I'm gonna yell, Boris, get over here.
Okay.
Give this rope a good pull. Make sure it's good, tight. The knots are in place. You're stronger than us.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a pull.
Okay, make a strength check.
Oh boy. Oh, that's not strength. Ability check? Yeah.
Okay.
Holy
there it
shit.
is. How
Yeah,
good
so
is this fucking rope?
you get in like a tug of war stance, and you're just like, and the tree's not giving. Boris is
Good,
losing
very
to the
good.
tree.
I still would like to go down first, just because I am the heaviest. So if it will fail, we'll know right away.
Okay.
Wait,
Hold on. Are we all going down there?
I'm going down.
This is the fastest way in, unless you want to
Okay.
walk all the way around.
No, listen. I love the idea, and I love snatch and grab. Let's get Leosin out of there. I'm all for it. What if, Boris? You're big. You're strong. You're incredibly handsome. Your parents. Must be. Anyways, sorry, I was getting lost in your
I
eyes
don't
there
know
for a
them.
second.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, I touch a subject, just kind of breezing past that. What if we send? Listen, this is risky business. As 4 people go down, 5 people have to come out. What do we think our options are in way of one person going down, getting Leosin out of there, tying the rope around him, and having the 3 or 2 people just pull them up versus. Because once we're down there, I don't know how I honestly, God, don't know how we're getting out with Leosin.
I was thinking of just sneaking out the front entrance.
Sneaking out the front. Okay. Does anybody
I mean,
know?
it's a horrible plan.
Hon-
It just,
honestly,
there's
I
just
actually-
not many options.
I actually like the idea of pulling him up. That actually makes sense. Sneaking out the front door. I mean, damn, do you see the size of this camp?
If anything happens down there, though,
We're fucked.
Yeah.
What if we send
It's a good idea, actually.
Kuranosh disguised? If you get caught wandering around, you get caught by Leosin. Fucking fruit fucking log said that you can that you got to do something with the guy, right? If you get caught disguised, it's gonna be a whole lot probably better than little old me meowing at them.
Okay, so, all right. So what we can do? I think someone should come down with me just in case to stay at the rope, just in case. However, with that being said, I think it would make most sense for Boris to stay up here actually, because he's the strongest. He has the most strength to pull him up.
Boris, you are so fucking strong, man.
You're so fucking strong, bro.
Whoa.
I go over and lick his biceps.
Is it
No,
an
no, no.
eclipse or is that just your bicep covering the moon?
So who's coming down with me? Maybe someone that can, worst case scenario, maybe if there's 1, maybe 2 stragglers, take them out quickly.
Yeah, I'll go with If it's a fight that we need, I'll go for the fight.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I kind of want to get down there too, guys.
Well, I think only one of you should go.
Okay.
One of-
Well, yeah, Cronin. I mean, hey,
You decide. Yeah, you guys decide.
Wait, why do we need 2 up here?
yeah, we don't need
Well,
2.
just so
then
it
we
makes
need to tie
sure.
3 people to the rope and pull up 3 people.
No. Well, what we can. Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
need to pull up Leosin. You guys can climb up.
That is, I guess, yeah, sure.
But
you
also
could throw
it'll take
back
long.
down.
It'll take longer too, though. The more people we have down here, the more people have to climb up, and then we still have to pull them up. It will take longer.
Oh, totally. Wait, okay,
we should
time
keep
out.
2 up.
This works. This works. This works. Go.
What?
DM, go.
No. Just
he's
you
calling-
call
Yeah,
timeout. You call
That's
timeout.
what I said. Okay, timeout. I grab on my tail and I fucking pretend I'm blowing a whistle. Okay, check this out. Cronin, you have to go. You disguise yourself. Kurnosh, you go. You disguise yourself. You get Leosin to the rope. You tie him up. I slap Boris on his ass. He gets Leosin to safety. You two walk out the front door like it never happened. Inside job status. Drop a diamond in their pocket and get out the front door of the bank, son.
I'm gonna and not even say anything. I'm just gonna like bro clap up with Saf.
I'd rather use the fucking rope.
You don't think you'll be able to make it out the
I
front?
think I can make it out, but this is a large fucking camp. The longer I stay down there, the longer I'm giving myself chances for something to go wrong.
That is true. We don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, how about this? Let's go down there. Again, we have the two options. Worst case scenario, we walk out the front door. Other option is, of course, we climb up the rope and then pull them up. We'll see.
DM question.
We'll adapt.
Yeah, I'm playing
DM
now.
question: were any of them wearing the dragon cultist masks?
Who's them?
Anyone that we saw at any point in the camp?
Yeah.
Okay, and did all the ones that had the mask have the robes?
Some.
Some, but some were in like a different clothes with the mask.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I'm gonna pull out my mask and I'm gonna say, it's not gonna take much for a disguise down there.
I'm gonna turn to Kurnosh and pass him a potion of healing, and I'll just hand it to him and be like, "This. Hopefully, you won't need to use it. Good luck down there."
Thanks, man.
I can do the same. I'm gonna do the same for Cronin. Say, I've still got this if you need it.
Yeah, I'll take it this time, buddy. I'll take it this time. And I'll still be holding his hand and grab the potion over top with the other hand.
Okay.
And then let go and pocket it. And I'll also start tucking weapons into clothing compartments and bags and stuff like that so that it's not revealed.
Are you already disguised with your kid or no?
Well, I would use just the costume that I altered just to kind of drape over myself as like a cloak, just to hide some of my stuff. But if they're down there not wearing any, like if some of them were just in different clothes, not necessarily robes, and a mask, I think I can get away with just.
Yeah. And then when I was keeping watch, I saw the guards, right? I'm assuming, and stuff like that.
Which ones?
Like down there. Any ones that looked like they were patrolling the perimeter of the camp down there somewhere. Anything?
Any patrols?
Did I see anything like that at all?
From what you saw, you didn't see any patrols of any kind during your 2-hour duration watch.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll disguise myself as, well, once I get down, but preemptively, I'll just say I'll disguise as the cultist.
Okay. So are we beginning this journey?
Yep.
Who's
I'm ready
going
to go.
down first?
Wait.
I'm waiting.
When you guys, sorry.
I'm kidding.
Wait. When you guys need me to start pulling, tug on the rope 3 times. Don't yell.
Okay. Okay.
Boris, make an intelligence check for me. That was really smart.
Okay. Yeah. Am I gonna get inspiration?
I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking kidding. I'm fucking kidding.
I really wanted to like just be a nat 1.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all. It's a 3.
was a 3.
Close enough. Close
That's
enough.
funny.
All right.
And I'll let out kind of a and start heading down.
You want to go first, yeah?
Yeah, I'll just go. Like I'm. You can see on Cronin's like body language. Sure. He's who wants to get down there.
All right.
And I'll start scaling down.
Okay. Let's begin by you making a stealth check for me.
15.
Sneaky boys.
Okay. And also, as you begin to climb down, you get about 30 feet down the rope. You're kind of like looking down, looking towards the camp, and as you're facing the cliffside, You actually notice that there's some comfortable grooves for scaling the cliffside.
Like, you mean like without a rope, I could be okay theoretically?
Yeah.
Potentially.
Okay, I'll take note of that.
So you continue further down.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a athletics check for me.
Ooh, not bad. 13.
Okay. I will say that you make it down, no problem, to the bottom of the encampment, and you're just in this lush little forest. Let's say you're facing towards Leosin at this point. Some camps to your left side. You can see the kind of light emanating from some of the torches. You see some camps to your right side a little bit closer. You can kind of hear some conversations, some commotions, not super loud, very kind of like hushed tone, very quiet, as you've made your way down to the bottom of this little lush area.
Okay.
Actually, as you're kind of just like in the thick of night, just kind of like down there at the bottom, you hear somebody kind of like walking near you, and you kind of like take cover behind some of the lush forestry, and you just hear zoop, and
I'm
you hear,
taking a piss.
Oh yeah.
How far? So if I want to like freeze time here. If I
Okay,
look
okay.
how far is Kurnosh?
Okay, let's get started on that. So Kurnosh, you're gonna start making your way down.
Yep.
Okay, so make a stealth check for me as you're traversing down the rope.
Where the fuck is my 12?
Okay. So you're climbing down, trying to keep a little bit close.
Tight rolls.
You'll also notice as you're climbing down the same thing that I pointed out to Cronin, that there's like little grooves in the cliffside. Make an athletics check for me.
You're so fucking athletic. Michael
Oh
Phelps.
my
Fucking
God.
athletic, bro. Holy shit. I'm the most athletic dragon you've ever seen in your life.
Holy
Come on.
shit.
Okay, 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll say Kurnosh is halfway down
Yes. Okay.
when you
And-
are freezing this frame.
So I have dark vision.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna quickly look around. Can I see where this is coming from?
Yeah, I would say it's about. Make a perception check. Good perception check. Perceptionis.
Perception is 13.
13. Okay. So feels like 20, 25 feet to your right, like to kind of like towards the direction. Like it's from what you gather within the same forestry. It's kind of close, but you can't quite. You can only hear the sound, and that's the direction that it's coming from, like to your right.
So
Okay.
if they're climbing down here, right? If this is where they are,
Yeah.
where would that kind of be?
Just to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna start slowly, like just peeking around trees and moving myself that direction. Just slowly. I really want to see who this thing is.
okay, make another
I wanna
stealth
see
check.
what they
Make
look
another
like.
stealth check for me.
God, you're so fucking
That's a
sick. I
nat
can't even
19, so it's like a
see you.
20
At 19. So you're slinking around, and you get within like 10 feet
Mhm.
of, and you finally hear like the last kind of like droplets,
Yes.
and you hear the zip.
hmm
I needed that.
Hey, 2 shakes, buddy. I'm just kidding.
And what is this kobold? Is this a person
It's a person.
with a dragon cultist mask?
No.
Just a person. Weapons?
Yes. You see like a hatchet on the side of this individual.
I'm going to. I mean, he's pretty close to the fucking end of that rope, so I'm going to don the dragon mask just quickly, and I'm gonna walk out, and I'm just gonna go. Oh, you and me both, buddy.
It's, oh, make a charisma check.
Charisma. All right. I'm good at those, right? I'm a bard.
Charismatic.
7?
Oh,
You're a fucking rock, dude.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me, bud. Finally, some end of day respite.
Yeah, you've got pretty good confidence peeing right up next to this tree line. I usually go pretty deep, get myself buried away, if you know what I mean. And I'll pat him on the back and try to like usher him out of the woods.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And I'll like kind of like laugh, like just like trying to make noise, just cover it up a little bit.
Yeah, and I'll say, Kurnosh, you make it down to the bottom, and you can kind of hear Cronin
how
have
lit
this
up is
like
this area?
the forest is not, so you can't really see much. But through some of the trees, you see the faint
To my right.
torches attached to the tents. Like that's it. You can't really
Going to
make
my
it.
right and my left.
Yeah, you see that like there's tents to your left and to your right, and the only light that you're seeing is from the torches. So you don't actually know where Cronin is right now. But Cronin is. You can hear Cronin, and he's like, saying what he just said and stuff.
I'm gonna start patting at my like clothes and just go, oh. I dropped a silver back there. Just give me I'll come join you guys in a minute, and I'll just start heading back into the woods to the rope.
Suit yourself. And he just keeps walking.
And I will beeline it to that fucking rope
How
to
the
meet.
fuck's your charisma check past that? What?
And you rejoin Kurnosh.
And I'll say,
Where the fuck did you go?
"There, shh, Kurnosh. They're right there. They're a lot closer than we thought. I think it's time you giddy up into that get up."
Giddy up into that get up.
Okay. I'll I'll cast disguise self, and I'll disguise myself as a cultist.
Okay. So you're going like robes and all? Like just like the whole shebang?
I'll do the whole shebang.
Okay, and for Cronin, you just got mask on, right?
Yeah, mask with like a little bit of a draped piece of
thing.
garment.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
okay.
And I'll-
Very, very interesting question for you, Cronin. What color is this cloak?
Well, I would want to make it dark, so it's likely a dark green. And the rest of my clothing is pretty dark too. It's browns and blacks entirely.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Where do you guys go from here?
So I'm going to intentionally walk out. Like I'm just going to take Kurnosh out, and I'm going to be like, we have to go this way. And I'm going to walk out of the tree line, probably like 15 feet away from where that guy was, just so I can like kind of see him and like give him like one of these, just so he knows I came out. Like I want him to see me come out.
You don't see him.
Oh,
He didn't. You step out of the tree line, and he didn't wait for you.
okay. Okay. Then I will pause and just ask Kurnosh, like, okay, what?
Can I see where Leosin is from her? What, or like?
He's not lit, so you can't make out which direction. You can't make out anything.
Well, just through the direction I know it's like northeast-ish of me.
Yeah,
just 'cause
you know what direction it is, but you
not the exact location. It's super.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know roughly where he is, but again, I can't see it during the night. So either you lead me to him, or I create a little torch for myself and walk with that to him.
Okay. I mean, are
Depends
there
on-
other torches in the camp?
Well, I can make one. It's fine.
Well, no. I mean, like, I don't want to stand out if nobody else has got a torch.
Oh.
So I'm gonna ask. The
Oh,
DM.
I see. Yeah. Here and there, there's not too many people out and about. You do see some that torches kind of moving around.
Okay.
It's not like, you know, it was much busier during the day, is I guess what I'm trying to allude to.
Yeah, you should be clear.
So should I make a torch?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, no. For now, what I'll do is, so first and foremost, are you coming with me to him, or are you gonna stay here?
No, I think we should both go.
Okay. Well, in that case, we don't need a torch. You can see. You can direct me.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
that's fine. Okay. Extremely wide-eyed through my mask, I will be watching the movements of everybody, and I'm going to move. I want to move to like here to the edge of the camp,
Mhm.
so it seems like we're just still in the camp range,
Yeah.
and maybe just chill next to the tent, but as close to Leosin
So
as we
you're
can.
maneuvering through the tent
Okay,
or
you wanna
around
do
the
the front
edge
tents?
of it?
Around the edge.
Around the edge, okay. So you guys are walking as kind of like as a pair.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make a group performance check for me.
Performance.
I'm good at these,
Performance.
right? I'm good at these, right?
Oh, I'm really good at these. Hell yeah.
Hold on.
I mean, shit roll, but I'll do whatever.
30-20. 30-20.
13.
Okay. You guys are walking along, and you from this perspective, you can get a look into some of the tents. Just really rudimentary, like bedrolls and stuff like that. Some people are kind of asleep. Some people are just sitting at the edge of their bed. As you make your way around, you stop at this kind of like small little tent to the left of Frank's cursor, and you look into the tent and you see the familiar face of the guy that was taking a leak outside near the forest line. Oh, hey, buddy. You find that silver?
Yeah, I did actually. You wouldn't believe it. It fell like right beside a rock. It just kind of stood out in the moonlight, like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. Well, me and my buddies here, and you see like two other guys sitting around a small little desk, and they've got like cards on the desk. Like, just playing a quick little game. Fancy a wager?
You know, I used to gamble quite a bit. Today, though, I've got just a lot on my mind, you know. Things haven't been going so well for me, and I've just been. And I'm intentionally speaking kind of slow, by the way, like just dragging this out. Just got a lot on my mind, you know. You know how I had to go back and find that silver? Well, I don't have a whole lot more than that.
So while this is happening, did they see me as well or no?
Yeah, they're just like
Oh,
the.
fuck. Okay.
I mean, you guys are like this. You know,
We're not like holding hands, but we are like close-ish.
you're relatively side by side. You know, like
We're
you're not.
relatively side by side, yeah.
Well, and I'll keep talking, and I'll go. Do you gamble frequently around, with you guys?
What else is there for us to do? You guys got your thing, we got our thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, things have been pretty slow around here, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, you guys just got back, right?
I love this accent.
That is true. That is
Hey, y'all.
true. It was pretty eventful, actually. It was pretty eventful. Has anyone told you what happened down there?
No, I mean, I heard rumblings, but
Yeah.
Wait, and then as they're talking, I want to walk in and be like, did I hear gambling?
you see, your friend's got the right spirit.
Oh,
You're
boy,
right.
I love gambling. Wait, hey, say, what's your name, pal?
Name.
Yeah,
love
what's your
this.
name?
name's Gary.
Gary, boy,
And,
is it your lucky day. You want to know why, Gary?
Why?
Well, first, quick question: how are you doing in there? You winning or are you losing?
And then you see like this there's a dwarf sitting at the table, and he just kind of chuckles. He's, oh, Gary's losing, all right.
Ah, not your night, eh, Gary? Well,
And he says, hey, you shut your mouth. I'll win it back.
well, Gary, like I said, it's your lucky night. I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve. I can, give you a little pointer if you need to. Give you some suggestions. I think you can make your money back and more tonight easily. You interested?
Oh, yeah,
It's
what's
for
that?
sure.
Well, let's step away a little bit. I don't want your pals to hear the secrets, just in case. I want to kind of step away northish a little bit, just a bit, not too far.
And he just
Is
like,
it
you
worth
can,
your time, Gary?
and at this point, you can kind of see like, because he nods like no, really slowly. You can kind of make out now that he's not like sober. He's like, I'm good right here, pal. I just got up and I just got down.
Okay. So in that case, what I'll do is I want to cast suggestion on him. I want to cast suggestion on him. I don't use his sword points, and then cast out with subtle spell.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
So cool. I had something lined up for him too, by the way.
Oh, did you?
Okay, so and
Yeah, it's
so,
okay. This is better. This is better.
So what do you? It's a wisdom saving throw, right? Okay,
Come on,
he rolled
baby.
he rolled a 7.
That's a fail.
Oh, get him! Come on, dude.
That's a fail.
Hit him with something crazy.
So then, as he fails, I'll be like, as I obviously know it's succeeded, in the game and whatnot, I'll be like, come on, Gary, come step aside a little bit, just a little bit. He'll walk north a bit.
He looks over to his buddies and he's like, all right, guys, when I come back, empty your pockets. And he gets up and he walks out with you. And I'm assuming Cronin, are you joining this this?
Yeah, I'll just kind of follow behind a little bit.
Okay.
Again, as you walk up, I want to essentially initiate the suggestion and be like, all right, Gary, this is what I need you to do. I need you to get in there, get any pieces of information you have, and then you're going to find a rope just southwest in the trees. You're going to climb it up within the next hour, and you're going to meet us at the top.
I gotta look up the spell. Give me a sec. Bro, why is it taking so long to load?
I can link it.
Yeah, just link it.
Let me do this thing quickly.
Oh, here we go.
20. Suggestion display.
Okay, so
wait, did you find it?
what I'm gonna I got it. What I'm gonna say is, like, we're gonna backtrack a little bit. Is your suggestion to come outside? Because that's what I assumed.
Okay, in that case, then.
Because if that's the case,
Fuck that. Okay, then fuck that.
yeah, then that's not your suggestion. Because what I assumed is that you suggested him to come outside, and now he's outside.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
So in that case, I'll annul that part, but I will whisper it, so hopefully no one else hears.
So hold on. Whisper exactly what you want to whisper to him.
Okay, so I cast it, and then I'll be like,
well, no, your suggestion is come outside. That's the use of your spell. If you want to retcon, if you want to double
he's
back,
saying he's gonna whisper without him coming outside. He's gonna whisper what the command is.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
so
Well,
exactly what I said. Just completely subtract the part where I told him to head out north slightly. That was the suggestion. Just minus the part where we walked up north, where I told him to do it. That didn't happen at all.
so the subtle spell that you're using is your suggestion. So you're saying a sentence, come outside, but
Yeah.
you're.
No, he's
Okay, so
I'm honestly really
he's not
confused.
saying
Okay, from start to finish.
He's not
So
saying come outside.
I initially asked him to come north. He said no, right? You're like, I'll stay put here.
Yeah, and then
That's
you
when I
cast.
cast suggestion.
Uh huh.
And that's where I casted it with the subtle spell, which essentially means that's a suggestion, because normally what it has is it's a verbal.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do a verbal spell to this anymore.
Oh, I see. And so you're whispering,
Exactly. So
Okay.
it's like it's much quieter essentially. Like,
or like, well, I mean, it's non-existent pretty much.
well, non-existent is sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're like,
exactly.
let's say you're thinking this. Okay.
Exactly.
And so your suggestion is 2 sentences. What are those 2 sentences?
So those 2 sentences will be, Gary, I need you to find all the information. No, sorry, Gary, I need you to get into your tents, get any valuable information you have, find the rope to the southwest in the forest, and climb up and meet us there within the next hour.
Okay.
Oh.
And so is that combined with something that you say verbally? Just like, are you sure you don't want to come outside? Like, are you combining that with another sentence? Because you asked him to come outside. He said no. And then now you're about to do a suggestion. Are you combining that with like a follow-up that's like not related to the suggestion?
Yeah, so then so that suggestion is done, like the spell's cast, whatever, it went into his head. And then I'll be like, well, Gary, hey, my friend, I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully I'll see you soon.
Okay.
That's it.
And Cronin, everyone just kind of at the table kind of like nods their head, and Gary's like, boys, I think I'm gonna pack it in for the night. When I come back tomorrow, y'all better have your pockets filled, because I'll be taking all of them. And the dwarf,
This is my favorite NPC so far.
and the dwarf says, "Aye, Gary, it's my pockets that'll be filling, not yours." And then like the other human just kind of like laughs, and Gary kind of stumbles out of the tent, and he kind of starts heading throughout the various tents.
And as he's doing that, we'll probably continue our way, I assume, right?
Sure. Well, I mean, you guys, that's
To Leoston?
player's discretion.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. So then, as we started seeing that happen, I'll be like, all right, so are we going up to Leoston or what? We don't have much time.
I'm gonna look around. Who's watching him? Like from where? I'm just gonna stand next to the tent still. Who's watching?
So make a perception check for me, please.
Come on. Fuck.
One? Dude, how do you roll so many ones, Frank?
No dice. You can't make out nothing. You just see
So it
Leosin.
looks clear.
It looks clear. It looks clear to you.
Okay.
While this
I'm-
is happening, sorry,
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to jump in, yeah.
I just wanted to keep track of their movements. I know I can't really see, but if I could like see some movement I know where they're going, so if I can see like some figures.
Yeah, I could say you can roll a perception check at advantage if you'd like to keep track of them.
Well, okay, well,
Yeah, you see them. You can kind of make out. You and
make out some
Saf.
silhouettes.
Yeah, you and Saf kind of watching this together.
Okay, that's it. Sorry.
Okay.
We're going to Leoston or what? Again, not much time here. I think
I
we should get it
know.
done.
I agree. I also think though that we might want to make a little distraction first.
Distraction. If anything, that'll just cause attention for now. I think.
No, not near us. Like over there, and I'll point to these like central tents.
What kind of distraction?
I think I can make a pretty big one.
Well, I trust your decision here.
Okay, and I'm just gonna immediately take off towards those center tents and just see who's over there.
Wait.
Yeah.
Where's Leoston? I can't see shit.
He's over there, and I'll grab his own arm and just kind of point it in that direction, the direction that Leoston's.
So
And,
you still can't see, but you have a rough gauge. You're like, okay, that's the direction that he's in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll walk there.
Okay, so
You're gonna
I'm
walk
go
to
these-
Leosin?
No, to the central tents.
Not you.
Or wait.
No, I will
Wait.
walk to Leoston.
Oh, you're going to Leo's. Well, okay.
I want to start untying him and try and fuck.
I'm Okay, if you start taking off, I'm gonna go. Wait. Just
Okay.
we have to make a distraction.
What?
We're both gonna get him down. Just I'm gonna
Okay. Fine.
start
Okay.
a distraction, and then we're both gonna go, and then I'm just gonna haul ass like just.
Do I stand here?
No. Come with me. And
Okay.
I'm gonna follow along, and we're going to the center tents. We're going to the center tents.
Okay.
What do we got?
So you guys start making your way over towards the center tents, and you can see as you start walking over towards that direction, between you and the tents is a group of cultists with torches in their hand.
How
Kinda
many?
Just like about 5.
Okay. Can I see any weapons on them?
Yep.
Okay. Are they standing in a circle, or are they just kind of spaced out?
At the moment, they're standing in a circle. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to I'm just going to like kind of casually walk up, mask on, and any one of them that I can see that has a weapon, I'm just going to kind of like walk up to him and just put my hand on his back. I'm going to say, "Hey, sorry to bug you. I just have something to ask you really quick."
Make a charisma check for me.
Okay. 12.
Oh. Hey, you guys made it back already? Yeah, sure.
Okay. And I'm just going to pull him out to just a little bit away from the group, just barely out of eyesight. And I'm just going to say, "Hey,
Hold on. Is Kurnosh with you during this?
I want to take him with me everywhere I'm going."
Okay. I just
Okay,
just
so-
for clarity's sake.
I'm
Be
going
like slightly behind him, but yeah.
I'm going to say, I'm just going to start again talking really slowly to him. I'm just going to say, we were, we were over in Greenest, and we were working with the kobolds. They seemed like they were acting a little bit shadier. Like I think I saw some of them pocketing some of the treasure. Did anyone back here hear anything about that, or?
Yeah. At the end of the day, aren't we all pocketing a little bit? You know what I mean? And he kind of like elbows you.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't look out for myself as much as I should. I personally haven't. So I just thought it was a little strange. And you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't think too deep about it. Would you say we've been talking for about a minute at this point?
No. I'd
Okay,
say you're
so I'll
like
keep
30 seconds in.
Okay, I'll keep going then, and I'll just say, but I mean, it was a lot. Like, I thought we were going out there to get the majority of this stuff for well, you know who. It really was a lot. Like, it might have been 40 kobolds just pocketing a whole bunch of stuff. Is that normal?
I mean, at the end of the day, all that matters is that majority of it goes to the one great queen, you know?
Yeah, and I would
if
hate
if we lose like 1, 2, maybe 3% along the way,
Mm-hmm.
she still is getting quite a bit, you know?
Yeah, I guess maybe I was doing the math in my head a little bit wrong. Literally, my only goal is to get to a minute.
Okay, so I'll say it as you finish that sentence, you get to that minute.
Okay, so as the minute hits, just you see, like Kurnosh, you just see this flash in the darkness of just my eyes light up like a quick, like shining yellow. And I'm gonna use my feature called Words of Terror. And if I've been speaking to a humanoid for at least 1 minute, I can attempt to seed paranoia and fear into its mind. It has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, and it doesn't say if they recognize that, like,
They don't know I'm doing it.
17.
Fuck. 17? Okay. And I'll just say, you know what? You're probably right. Like I really am overthinking this. Sorry for just thinking too hard about this.
It's all good, man. And then he sticks up 3 fingers and he says, "Praise Tiamat."
I'll do whatever gesture he's doing back.
Inglorious bastard. Are you about to inglorious bastards him?
And when he turns around, does he go back?
Yeah.
Okay, with like 1 step away from me, still kind of tucking behind the tent so the other group can't see me.
Well, you guys are out and about. Like you're you're
Okay.
not like.
Well, I wanted to pull him away.
Yeah, you pulled him away, but
Ideally.
you're not like near tents. You're kind of like just in the middle of darkness. Like you're just kind of like
Okay.
out in the middle of the. Like you're like
Then-
right. You're like right here. Like you're just out in the middle.
I am going to start to turn away, and I'm going to reach under the cloak and like tap on my drum, and I'm going to cast Crown of Madness on him.
Wow. Okay. So what does that do?
That's another saving throw. Just give me 1 sec. Fuck! If he failed the first one, he would have had disadvantage on this one. Let's see here. It is Wisdom save again. Come on, baby. You fuck.
2.
Joy, yes.
So what does this
Just
do?
barely. Okay. Must succeed on wisdom save or be charmed by me. While the target is charmed, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head, and madness glows in its eyes. He must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose.
Okay.
And I'm going to mentally choose the farthest cultist from where I'm standing, and I'm immediately turning to Kurnosh, and I'm going to go, we go now. And I'm going to start walking towards Leosin.
Okay. So I'll say, as you guys begin to slink away. Well, actually, Kurnosh, do you have any reaction or anything that you want to do?
No, I'm good. I'll just follow him up
You
there.
guys
I won't
slink
fuck-
away, and then as you start to kind of like at the end of Django Unchained, you know, when he's walking away from the white mansion and as it's exploding,
Yeah.
and he's not looking at it, you guys are like just not like looking behind you. You just hey, and you just hear like the clinking of swords begin, and there's a battle that just breaks out.
Okay. And I'm beelining for Leosin. I'm taking out a dagger as we go. I'm handing it to Kurnosh. I'm gonna we got to cut him down fucking fast. And I'm just gonna, as I'm going, keeping an eye out if
A dagger, but
anyone's seeing. And I'm gonna try to creep along the tent line, like not beeline, so like creep along the bottom side tent line, and then dash off towards him.
Okay.
At this point, I will like get Boris's attention and be like, I think it's going down. I think we need to get ready to pull these guys up.
I'll get on the ropes.
Yeah, and you guys, you hear some commotion.
I really hope this works, Seth.
Okay.
Fuck me too, man.
Are you guys out there holding the rope, or are you just kind of sitting beside it?
I'm holding the rope now.
Now
Oh, you are holding the rope
Okay.
Now that there was a commotion, yeah.
because he might feel the weight of our boy Greg or whatever his name was. I'm just saying.
Oh, fuck! That guy's coming our way.
Oh, I'm kicking him down. No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm.
So you guys hustle and bustle quickly over to Leosin. And hold on, can you please remind me if you have a torch or not?
No.
No,
We do
torch?
not have
Okay,
a torch.
Okay. So you guys quickly hustle and bustle over, and you just get away from me.
Leosin, it's Cronin. Be quiet.
What?
It's Cronin. And as I get to him, I'm just doing it. Kurnosh, you're gonna see these, like, if you can envision like bat wings without the fleshy connective material, just the kind of spikes. You see like a flash of these ethereal, like, bat / angel wings just flash behind me for a second, and I'm going to put my hand on his face, and I'm going to use my feature called Healing Hands, and he's just going to gain 3 hit points.
Okay, so Kurnosh, you see as Cronin embraces Leosin, and he just this quick like, and poof, they're gone. This like flap of wings comes out, and they disappear.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, Kurnosh, let's go, cut, and I'm gonna start cutting.
I'll cut.
Okay. So you
Make
guys
2 and 2.
and he's just like, oh, Cronin, am I glad to see you.
Okay, it's quiet time, buddy. We gotta go.
And so you guys are able to get him off of the cross. And he can't walk. Like he's kind of like he stumbles right into your arms, Cronin, as you get him off of the cross.
When he stumbles, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Fucking pump it all in.
So how much does he get?
Let's find out. 9.
Solid heal.
And he like stumbles into your arms, and you could see like his eyes just like flare open, and he's just like, oh, that's nice. Let's go.
Go, and just straight south, like straight to the wall.
And you
Yeah,
guys,
straight south.
and you guys just hug along the tents on the eastern side, and you guys still hear like the, hey, stop it! Not like from a distance, from the
commotion,
from the commotion. And you guys slink away towards the tents, alongside the bottom of the cliff,
Away from light.
away from light, and you make it to the rope.
Yeah.
Leosin, can you climb, Leosin?
I think so.
Wait. Pull on it 3 times. What do you mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're walking out of here. Okay, Leosin, we're gonna meet you, and just get on that rope, and then I'm just gonna fucking yank it 3 times.
Okay. So Boris, you feel
All right. I'll be like, it's time to pull,
Okay.
and I'll start pulling.
make a
You're
strength check with
helping me?
advantage, or I'm assuming Saf is going to help you. I'm literally just
yeah. Go ahead with advantage. Yeah.
metagaming as a
Okay.
DM.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so you just start. You guys just start pulling him up.
He starts showboating. He starts doing it with one hand, letting it drop.
Shaking.
He literally wraps his foot around a part of it, and he's pulling with his foot. He's just like, yeah, he's doing the stanky leg as he pulls up the. And,
Before he goes, I'm gonna just say, like, lower it back down once you're up.
and so you guys see as Leosin makes his way up. He's kind of dressed in like cultist regalia a little bit, but he's got like gashes right across his chest, and you actually see some of the wounds have kind of like covered up. They've kind of like cauterized almost in a way, like they're closed up. The blood is quite fresh on his clothing, but you see that the wounds are like have started to heal. And he kind of just like plops out up onto the top of the cliff face, and he gets up and he says, "Throw it back down. I need it."
I'll toss her back out, but quickly. Like,
Okay.
I'll let it kind of just run through my hands.
Now
Yeah.
I'm gonna help Leosin up, and I'm gonna start getting him food, water, whatever.
Yeah, and he just like ravenously starts like, and he even like almost he like coughs some of it up because he's eating so fast. and he just like keeps shoving it back down his throat, like he's just trying to eat up. So okay, so rope falls down, and you guys see the rope come down.
All right,
Kurnosh,
You're
you
next,
want to
buddy.
go up?
you go.
Okay.
first.
Okay. I'll go.
Okay, are you doing this stealthily, or are you just yippee-ki-yay?
Can I still hear them fighting?
Yeah.
Then I'm yippee-ki-yay.
Okay, make an athletics check for me.
Fuck. 11.
Okay. So you start climbing up, and you get about 20 feet.
Fucking
The rope snaps,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you fall back down. You take Kurnosh. You step out of the side, and you see Cronin
I'll try
falls
catching him.
down.
I'll try
If you want,
catching
if you want,
guys,
yeah, sure. Make a dexterity check for me, please.
18.
Okay, yeah. Cronin, you fall, no damage. Kurnosh catches you.
Okay.
What the fuck happened?
The rope broke.
Shit.
Plan
Well,
A, buddy.
No, it's fine. When we were coming down, we saw we can climb the mountain.
Oh.
It looked like there was enough kind of booze or I don't know holes in the cliff to climb up.
Yeah, that's.
Well, we can climb up just to the rope and then use the remainder. Only the bottom part fell off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's do that.
Okay. And are there footholds down here?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
They're not like obviously man-made. Like it's like just like, you know.
Yeah.
Like if a rock climber was to assess this cliff face, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna I'm have a good time here."
Got that, bro.
So who's first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, I'll try
Make
again.
make another athletics check for me, please.
19.
Okay, so you start climbing up. Do you join the rope once you get to that certain point? Or you
Yeah,
just
I'll just reach out and grab it.
Okay. And so you can make it up no problem after that. Kurnosh, make an athletics check for me climbing up.
Yep.
Are you doing this stealthily as well, or are you just like?
I'll just go.
Okay.
Athletics. That's just a straight 18.
Okay, so you can make it up no problem. Now the four of you are up. As you see Leosin just like devouring, and he's just like, we need to go. Or he's just like through, and he like swallows like, we need to leave.
I guess that was easy.
Not that easy. Kurnosh, how I wouldn't mind interrogating that guy, but I don't know how we're getting that rope back down to him.
Well, I mean, I told him to get up, so maybe he'll just try climbing up like we did.
I'll
I don't
also
know.
say like since that it's probably been like 10 minutes, so there's still 50 minutes until that hour, because you said meet us back in an hour.
Okay, yeah. Well, I said within the hour.
Within the hour, but I'm just gonna within that hour. It's been 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes.
With that being said, actually, prior to actually fully climbing up, the part of the rope that fell, I'll pick it off the ground and kind
Sure.
of pocket it.
Yeah,
before
I
climb up.
can recon that. Yeah.
So we're up there. All right. So everyone good? Everyone's feeling mission success so far, yeah? So
Yeah,
we might have a surprise guest, but we need to get the rope back down as normal. So pull it up. Let's retie the end that fell off, because a part of it actually fucking fell off. I don't know how. Let's retie that thing back up and quickly drop it down. Someone might be coming up, climbing within the next 15 minutes or so.
What do you mean, someone?
Let's just say a surprise guest I have planned for us, potentially. Hopefully it works out. I'm not guaranteeing it, but we'll see. I may have, convinced someone in a way.
Can we wait here 15 minutes?
So we'll pull the rope back up, tie the thing that fell off again.
And
Sure. Make a sleight of hand
Wait,
check.
Wait, what is it? Wait, hold on.
He-
what is this guy gonna do?
Someone help me do this fucking knot.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, but I'll explain to the other two.
I guess I'll just do advantage then.
He,
Yeah, is that good?
yeah.
If he helps with the knot? Okay.
Yeah, player's discretion.
And I'll just say, look, he's got a guy charmed up. He's gonna come up here, and at that
oh.
point, Saf, look, we're gonna yank him. We're gonna just take him, and we're
Okay.
gonna learn a bunch from him.
Cool. Okay.
I might light his eyes on fire again. Just look away if you're squeamish.
Horace, you didn't forget that trick that you learned, did you?
Yeah, do you
I
still
got
remember how to
many-
do that?
I got many tricks.
Okay.
Okay. So as all of this commotion, you're tying this rope, and you just hear, and you just see, as you guys look back down into the encampment, tons of torches are starting to funnel out of the camps, and there's like screaming and yelling and commotion, and everyone make a perception check for me.
How long does Crown of Madness last?
I think it's only a minute.
19,
A minute.
19
1
as
minute.
well.
18 for
19,
me.
18. Jesus, these rolls are like fucking.
13.
I've been sitting here like just fucking around rolling like 2 die at the same time, and I'm rolling like 2018, 2017, 2016, like dude, I've rolled like 3 now.
I've noticed it just looks like you're doing something a little different, so I'm trying not to, you know.
I'm also jacking off.
Oh, you too, dude?
Okay, everyone but Cronin hears, the prisoner has escaped.
Oh,
Does,
right, that.
God. We
does
just.
Furlong come out of the tent?
You see 3 figures come out of the tent together, surrounded by guards. You see Frulam, you see Lang, and you see a
Tiamat.
Tiamat. Like a clown car, like just comes out of a clown car.
Crater gets filled.
You see elegant purple robes, elegant gold trim down the sides, shoulder pads, and 2 really long kind of this like shawl that just goes down. Pure black skin, and you see a half dragon,
That's
humanoid, that has a black skin, black head, and is kind of like right behind Frulam and Lang. None of you know who this is, not even you, Karnash. You don't know. I mean, you can't see, but even if you could, you wouldn't. You know, if people pointed out, you wouldn't know who this is.
Okay.
We've seen or heard of her before. In
You-
Greenest.
You can't put a face to the name. Like, you don't know who
Right.
that could be.
We don't know of her, but because I don't fucking remember how I remember this. But purple coat, important. There's a dragon lady. I think and then it's out of character. I think somebody, I don't remember if somebody told us this or if we saw this person in
That
Greenest.
fits the description. That fits
Yeah.
the description. You just don't know the name or why they're important. It does fit that description, yeah.
Nice. Nice note takings.
I'm out here. I got 6 different colors. Pens, man.
What do you do? So the
do we still have
alarm
time-
sound, you guys hear, everyone but Cronin hears, prisoners escaped, search the
We gotta-
camp.
We gotta go. They got carriage, horse. We got Chevrolets. That's it.
Why? Why?
And then you hear Leosin, he pipes up after Saf says that, yes, now.
You cool with that, Kurnosh?
What about Greg?
Greg's,
I'm gonna
have
I'm
to
gonna
wait
start.
His fucking name was Gary.
What the fuck is Gary?
I'm gonna start pulling
Wait, how
up
do
the
you know
rope.
that?
Yeah, I'm gonna help him out.
Oh, I'm
just
saying
gonna-
this happened while you were
rope.
tying it, so the rope was already pulled up.
Oh,
yeah, the rope
okay.
was already pulled up. So Kurnosh just
Okay.
finished tying that, and then you just like you hear all of that commotion begin.
I'm just
I'll-
gonna. Yeah, we
was gonna-
need to go. Sorry.
I was gonna move to the
Fucking
to the
damn it.
chain portion on the tree and just say no evidence, guys, and start untying it.
Okay.
They don't know where we are. We have the head start.
Yeah, I'm talking Leosin. Where are we headed? Where do we take you? Where do we go from here?
Let's go back to Greenest. I need to see my monks.
Okay. And I'm gonna look back to my tail and say, no snatching people up this time. We're headed back to Greenest, man. All right, behave yourself.
Okay. And so you guys begin your journey back. You walk down the slopes of the Horseshoe Overlook, and you start making your way back to the rolling hills. I'd say it's about 3 a.m. now, middle of the night. And you continue your journey back to Greenest. It is a little bit of a trek. Are you heading straight back, or are you going to pause along the way?
Fuck that. I think we're going straight back, yeah.
Just asking out of curiosity.
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I've got
definitely
it
going straight back.
mapped out to maybe we skirt around that kobold camp previously. We watch
Sure.
out where we got ambushed before.
yeah, okay, yeah. I'll
Take a quick
say
nap.
yeah. I'll say you guys make it back to Greenest, unperturbed, not caught or chased. Before you guys make it back to Greenest, there's a lot of time to talk to Leosin. So if there's any type of, if you just walk in silence for hours on end, I'll assume that. But if you want to talk to Leosin, you can.
So, guys, this is Leosin as we're like moving along. I hope you don't expect payment just yet. Seems a little bit unable to do that right now. Leosin, I heard from a little birdie that you were investigating the cult. It seems like our goals are aligned at this point, and I'll kind of nod to Kurnosh. Between the two of you, we're gonna learn everything we need to know.
Yes. So upset I got caught. Felt so close.
Close to what?
To learning more.
Well, what do you know so far? I mean, I don't know if you're aware, but I'm quite literally from the clan.
What?
However, things are a lot different now. My family got betrayed by the people that captured you, I assume. And I'm trying to figure out what's happening just as much as you are, but I've been told that you apparently have gathered some potentially vital information about what the hell's even happening. So what do you know so far? What have you found out?
What's your family name?
I'm assuming that's my last name? Jinmash.
Oh. Your Lang's brother.
Unfortunately.
Wow. How did that happen?
Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out myself. Honestly, I don't understand what happened. Again, like I said, Lang and a few others essentially staged a coup. The family got murdered. Then I have my stepbrother Boris here. He was part of this ordeal. Got caught in it as well. and we've been pretty much together ever since, trying to figure out what's happening. And I'm pretty much out for vengeance on those fuckers.
He kind of smirks when you say that. I'm sorry for your loss. This cult is out of control.
But do you know why at all? Any reason? Any ideas? What do you know? What caused all this? Seemingly out of nowhere.
Well, I'd been in Greenest for some time. It made sense that it was the next city. It's a wealthy city. Greenest has begun to make a name for itself amongst the lower towns of the Sword Coast. So I knew it was only a matter of time.
Matter of time for what?
Before the raid. Before the cult of the dragon was to make their way to Greenest. And so they did. I don't know if you've heard, but there have been many small raids. Greenest may be the biggest town that's been attacked so far. From what I know, is that they're going to be taking a lot of this further. Not necessarily another raid, but taking their haul somewhere else. Camp itself is quite interesting. There weren't only cult members there. Hunters and other mercenaries hired to make the cult look stronger against any form of attack. Some of the members of the camp, just hunters. But they're not only feeding the people. Cave is a hatchery.
I missed that one.
I don't know if you are familiar, but just give me a sec. 1 second. One of the worm speakers, those that can talk to dragons, is currently stationed in the camp. There are only 5. The one that is stationed there is a black half-dragon named Rezmir. She's using the Rezmir.
Oh, fuck, I got it right.
Sorry?
Nothing.
Each worm speaker can be identified by purple-robed regalia. And I don't know if you had the pleasure of seeing Rezmir, but she had taken very personal interest in me as he looks down at the gashes on his chest. Despite the hunters that are stationed in the camp to provide food for the people and the growing hatchlings that live in the cave, there are many new initiates of the cult of the dragon, many new blood that work in the camp. Even some of the prisoners convert over time to seek their freedom.
Oh, to what end are they doing all this? Because from
I don't know.
We used to be prosperous, like a noble family, even clan. This feels like it's just not them anymore.
I don't know. That's what I was hoping to find out. We do know that it may... Well, I mean, it obviously ties to Tiamat in some way, but to what end? I don't know.
So what do you suggest is the next course of action regarding all this?
I need to talk to my monks in Greenest. From there, I will hope to get you paid. And we'll see what the next step is then.
Yeah, well, at this point, information is honestly more valuable than money itself. So, as much as you can give us an information, at least to me specifically, that'd be much appreciated. Because just as much as you do, or maybe even more, I need to understand what's happening, why it's happening, how to stop it, and kill the fuckers that coop my family.
I
I'm gonna
intend.
hand him-
Sorry, and he just responds to that saying, I intend to put an end to this, whatever this is.
Out of curiosity.
It can't be safe for the Sword Coast.
Why do you care so much about this and putting a stop to this? What's in it for you?
In it for me.
Yeah, why do you care? Why is this a big deal to you?
This is a big deal to the people of this world. To loosely speak about someone as powerful as Tiamat, and to do these horrid things, someone has to put a stop to it.
What the hell's a Tiamat?
Splash damage.
Make a history check.
I mean, I would know what Tiamat is, right? I would assume so.
Do you want to make a history check too?
Do I get advantage?
No?
Really? I'm from the cult of the dragon. I'm a half dragon.
6.
I don't know who
I
Tiamat is.
don't even know what the fuck a Tiamat is, so I'm just asking.
Good on bruisers.
14.
14. You know a Tiamat. You particularly know, Kurnosh. A Tiamat is an evil dragon. That has 5 heads. And lives in hell.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
You don't know where in hell. You just know evil dragon, 5 heads, lives in hell.
Like not figuratively, like literally.
Literally lives in hell.
Okay.
I know where.
Prove it.
We'll find out tomorrow.
No.
We'll find out tomorrow. That's for sure.
What the hell's a Tiamat?
Well, Tiamat is essentially an evil dragon that lives in hell and has 5 heads. It's something that you don't want to mess with. Let's just say that.
That's true.
Sounds
You should
like
never
it.
mess with Tiamat.
It'd be a shame if somebody messed with Tiamat.
It'd be a shame.
I'm gonna hand Leosin his pendant back, by the way.
He kind of just holds on, looking at it. And he grips it. Thank you, Cronin. Let's get back to Greenest.
Okay. The only other.
Go ahead.
No, you first. You first.
No, you first.
Well, I'm gonna do something.
No, you go first. No, you hang up.
Okay, well, while we are walking, I'm gonna tap on Cronin and pull him back a little bit and just like walk behind the group. So remember that time I was sleeping not so peacefully and you had woken me up? It was like not that long ago. I've been having nightmares for some time now of a beast with 5 heads, and I don't know what connection I have, but it's clearly Tiamat. This is... Something's been pulling me to this. So not only am I all in for whatever's next in this mission, but I think that's kind of the cure to these nightmares that brought here. That's what was happening that night.
I don't know what's going on with you, and I don't know what link you have either, but one thing I do know is that you got a good heart and your head's in the right place. And if there's anyone that's going to be along for this ride, I want it to be you. So if you're in, I'm in. Just like always. So I got an idea. I'm gonna pull Leosin back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, Leosin, nobody here knows. I'm intentionally, by the way, dragging back away, like just the 3 of us for a moment. And you say, look, nobody here knows where I stand. And I'm gonna just flash him the badge. But I would like to vouch for Saf here and bring him on board. And I think in enough time, the other 2 as well.
He kind of nods and well, I think I might have another mission once we get back. If you prove yourself worthy, then it can easily be arranged.
And I'm telling you, the other 2 as well. But right now, I've been with Saf a long time, so.
Okay.
Do we also get one of those badges?
Yeah, just
He
don't
has
mention
one.
it. Yeah, just don't mention
Well,
it. And I'm gonna tuck it.
I'll
I'm gonna tuck it back away. Like this thing, I only flash and then I put it back.
If we're doing badges, I'm gonna need 2. I can't leave him out, and then my tail's gonna like peek out. If if we're doing badges, if not, it's...
In due time.
Well, let's go.
Okay. If nobody else has anything that they want to ask, say, or converse with, I'll say that you guys make it back to Elturel.
Elturel or
Greenest?
Greenest?
Oh, sorry, Greenest. My friend. Sorry.
We
Oopsie
got
daisy.
retcon some
yeah,
shit, man.
retcon, yeah.
Wait, this is the wrong fucking way.
You guys make it back to Greenest.
My fucking
And,
map was upside down.
And once you guys make it back, gate opens up at the keep, and Night Hill is just happy to see you guys. Embraces Leosin. Golems, I'm so happy you're all back. You made it back with Leosin. This is beautiful. And you see as they kind of embrace Leosin, whispers something into Nighthill's ears. Just kind of like mutters something underneath his breath, and Nighthill nods. And Leosin continues to walk, like, kind of like walk off. And kind of before he does, he turns back his head. I need a little time with my monks to discuss. I'm not worried about them leaving the camp. Need a few days to think about the next move. And he just continues along. And Nighthill calls over one of his guards, and he also whispers something into his ear, and that guard kind of runs off, and he says, I know you haven't been gone for very long, but we're gonna piece together what we can to reward you. You guys have earned it. You guys have done so much for this town. And while I wish we could give you more, we'll give you what we can for rescuing Leosin and rescuing our city. Also, I'll say as you guys come back to Greenest, you notice that, like, it's late, but you'll notice that certain buildings have like patches of wood on it, like kind of boarded up. Like people have started on repairs and things like that on the city. The cleanup has kind of started. It's night, so nobody's out and about right now, but you notice that people have begun the process of fixing the town again, so to speak. Guard comes back, and he has like a bag of gold in his hand. I know this can't show our gratitude enough, but it's all we have for now. And he hands out 250 gold pieces to everybody.
Each?
Each.
Ooh. All right. Holy. Wow. That's nice.
You guys should rest.
Okay. I'm not going to complain about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's
Sorry.
Castellan?
You don't see him as of at the moment.
Probably sleeping.
I'm glad you're concerned, Saf. He's a good guy.
So I'll say, if there's nothing that anybody wants to do, you can rest, unperturbed in the keep. You wake up at around noon as a team.
Is that a long rest?
It's a long rest, yeah. But if I'll say Kurnosh and Cronin, you don't get any spell slots back.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wait, why?
you cannot
You're
get
not allowed-
you can't get the effects of a long rest.
So we effectively just get a short rest then. I think that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm not gonna like penalize you like you're still sleeping. You're just not gonna get the effects of a.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that because they just got the effects of a long rest?
Yes.
Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't take another long rest within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
They're still just chilling or whatever they want to do, or if there's anything
Yeah.
they want to do.
No,
What I'll
I'm
also
gonna-
say
no.
is if anybody has anything that they would like to do at the crack of dawn, if there's like no particular thing that anybody's like looking to do, or I guess I'll just ask: is there anything specific that anybody wants to do at like the moment you wake up? Talk to anybody, seek somebody out. If not, then I'll progress things along.
I'm just gonna
Because
be observing.
because a couple days goes by.
Oh.
So if anybody would like,
okay, well, that's a different time frame.
yeah, that's a little bit of a different. So like, yeah, you wake up, but if nobody has anything specific that they want to do, 2 more days will go by before Leosin is like, all right, guys, I'm cooked up. So
Can I long rest at some point in those 2 days?
Well,
yeah,
within
of
those
course,
days,
no,
I'm
of
assuming we
course.
get along.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, you can,
So
you,
I'll
yeah,
go
you can,
back.
yeah. I just wanted you to like sleep your
Yeah,
first
yeah.
night. You wanted to do anything more, and okay, then I'll
I
progress a
see.
couple days. Yeah.
I see.
Just
those-
like helping throughout the town.
Sure.
There you go. Me too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, Boris.
That's what I was gonna
What
say.
else do we got here?
Yeah,
Well-
I'm in on that too.
In between that, I probably would have revisited what's his Leo's son again. Asked him if he's learned anything because he said he needed to speak to his monks first. So I want to be like, okay, you spoke to your monks. You know what's up?
He still needs time. He doesn't have really a straight answer for you at the moment.
Okay.
So a couple days goes by. You guys help the town kind of pick up the pieces, and people are really grateful to see you guys. I'll say Cronin, as you guys, the 3 of you, are helping some of the houses kind of pick up the pieces together, a little kid runs up to Boris and like pulls on his whatever pants or whatever you got.
Yeah.
Hey, mister.
Yes. What is it?
I saw you. You fought the bad guy.
Yes, that was me. Didn't do a very good job though.
I made this for you. And it's like a little wooden stick figure. That is supposed to resemble you. So it's like a little green stick figure. It's like a little stick figure made out of wood, and it's like really coarsely painted green.
Like, oh, wow. Thank you. Is this supposed to be me?
Yeah.
Well, is somebody working beside me with me or just me?
It's you, Cronin, and Saf.
I'm just gonna say it looks a lot like me, and then I'll kind of just show it to Saf and Cronin if they've looked over at this point. I'm just really, it looks a lot like me, doesn't it?
You somehow, kid, you managed to make him better looking.
Yeah, it's very attractive by comparison.
And then he just kind of like looks at Cronin and Saf, and he just waves wide-eyed. And then he says, "Bye now," and then he runs off.
When
I'm gonna pull out my bow. No, I'm just kidding.
Fucking bang!
when Boris turns around, I'll be holding like just a bunch of like round rocks, and I'll go, "Look," and I'll hold it up to next to his stick figure, and I'll go, "And there's all the decapitated heads to go with it." Those cost extra though.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
So after a couple of days, you're taking a little lunch break midday in the keep. And Leosin, looking real spry, with a few monks at his side, approaches the party. And he says, "Oh, feel much better. But I must leave you. And I must ask of you to complete a task for me. Another one, I know. I really hate to ask for more. This fantastic group that you have here with Cronin,
We're the shelter go-getters.
shelter go-getters. But the need is great. And I hope that you would aid me one more time, at least. I need you to return to the camp. You know your way around it now. A little bit better, at least. If the cultists are preparing for another raid, or a large body of them marches away, or leaves the camp, I need to know. If you have a chance to get into the camp and look around, that'll be the best way to learn if things have changed. And, with a smile, he says, I don't recommend getting captured. As for me, I need to make my way to Elturel. I need to speak with Onthar and Gantash.
Oh yeah,
No.
baby, yes, yes, sir. He's I think I know that guy. He sounds a lot like you.
They will have better insight on what is happening. They have personal interest in the Cult of the Dragon's activity. Once I can't even keep a straight face right now. Once you explore the camp and find as much information as you can, seek me out, and I will pay you for saving Greenest and for this work here. One second.
Hmm.
1 second.
Second.
Seek out in Elturel the Order of the Gauntlet. That's where I'll be.
Before you go, Leosin, does this cultist now, with the power change, have an interest in taking prisoners? Do they have prisoners, or do they just recruit?
What do you mean?
I mean, do they keep slaves or prisoners?
Oh, absolutely. And unfortunately, sometimes they feed them.
What do they feed them?
Oh, I
You mean
meant
to
feed them to the dragons.
in the hatchery?
Yes.
So, just to be clear, you want us to just stroll on back to the camp, gather information, hop on out of there, meet you in Elturel?
Yes.
Sounds easy enough. What information are we looking for again?
Yeah, is there anything particular?
think he said if they move out.
To be quite honest, I'd love to know what's in that cave.
Oh yeah.
I think I found about as much as I can in the camp. But Rasmir has spent most of her time in there. There's going to be a lot of answers in that cave. And I'm hoping we can share once you find out.
Is that the cave that Lenathon said that the hatchery or the Frulam is keeping captive the dragon eggs?
Yep.
Yeah, no problem. Listen. Sure.
No problem at all.
I knew I
You
could
did it
trust
once.
you. I really appreciate it. And if you're unaware, Terrell is a few days' walk from the camp, just north. Once you're done, you can make your way straight there. I think Greenest is safe for now.
Let's hope so.
All right.
Well, 3 birds with 1 stone, right? The gem,
Yeah.
the eggs, and Leosin's thing. The info.
Well, don't forget that Frulam also has the Winter's Heart that we're also tasked with getting.
4 birds.
And we get to kill that motherfucker Lang.
Much as I would love to, it's a lot easier said than done. I'll tell you that right now.
Like a flock of birds.
It's technically a flock now.
Flock,
We're
yeah.
at 5 birds. It's 1 stone. That's a lot of. It's like a pinball in machine in the sky.
Yeah.
It's that rock. Rock bouncing around a bunch of bird heads. I'm picturing it right now. It's like physically impossible.
I'll also say that that's what we'll call the session. That seems like a great place to call it. So we'll be back next week to figure out what does the group do.
Or do we survive?